Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. They're locally owned and operated, and everything is made in the USA. Renovations can be scary, but Renewal by Anderson can make it easy. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind and the Under Oath podcast. Here's some more free advice. After you get into a car accident or experience any other injury, you cannot imagine what the insurance companies will do to fight your claim. They will go through your social media accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other site you post on. They will use photos of you smiling to suggest you were not injured, that your life has not been impacted, all to avoid paying your medical expenses. Be careful when you post online. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
If GimmeTheVin.com can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100, period. GimmeTheVin.com will show up at your house, check in hand. They'll pay off your payoff. It's that easy. Now is the time to sell your car, truck, or exotic. At GimmeTheVin.com, selling your vehicle is simple, fast, and easy. Just log into GimmeTheVin.com, put your VIN in, your license number, a couple of pictures, and get an instant cash offer. Just click on GimmeTheVin.com and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from the worst place on the internet to why you should delete the Temu app right now, and our vending machine spying on everyone. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And how's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Just give me that
That's
baby.
been an interesting start.
Yeah, seems like it.
Let me hold that baby.
C-Lane's broadcasting from his couch at the moment here with Jackson on his side.
Live from the Cranky Baby studio.
Yes. Found out that Mama Lane was not feeling super hot this morning, so had to call an Audible here.
Yeah.
And now you're going to try to broadcast and try to wrangle Jackson, and we're just going to see where it goes.
The attempt is going to be made.
Right. That's all we need.
No promises.
Yeah,
We're
radio
the-
daddy test all day.
We're the home of attempts over here. That's what we do. We mix it up and we try to make it as weird as possible. And we give you a little more adorability today if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, as Jackson is just hanging out right there. And he's not looking at the camera necessarily. Oh, there he goes.
No, he's looking at... So I have the program feed up on the 86-inch television.
He's like,
this is the
"You're
first time
here."
he's ever seen himself on TV.
Oh, really? It's like, that's me up there. Holy cow.
We have to get baby headphones and a baby microphone for him. Put that on the list, please.
Look, it's like baby's first radio show, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's like kind of been on before, but here he is.
Does he
All
get the treatment? Like, we have to tell him that we have World Safari News that he has to do last minute?
We got to prank him today? We'll prank him before the show's over. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happened in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a woman who thinks she's solved the world's problems.
Oh.
And this particular woman says everything started to go bad around the time they did something. Here she goes.
I genuinely think the world went downhill when McDonald's took away the $2 sausage McGriddle off the all-day menu. Genuinely. Genuinely. People used to be happier. Now what? It's like $4? You used to be able to go to McDonald's
What an interesting
at
camera angle.
5:47 p.m.
Yeah.
and get a nice little sausage McGriddle for dinner.
You know, she's not wrong about
For
this.
dinner. Oh.
They teased us for a little while. Was that during the pandemic when they were like, hey, maybe a little bit of breakfast all day long for you?
No, they had been working on breakfast all day long for a while, and then I don't think it was doing as well, and during the pandemic was when they stopped it.
Mm-hmm. And they just shut it down. And like every time people go, why don't you just do breakfast all day long? Well, obviously there's something to the fact that it's only limited to a certain time. Otherwise, why would they keep switching it around all over the place? But she wants to get her McGriddles at any time, and she says this is the source of the world's problems.
For $2. Now what?
$2.
It stops at 10:30? This is why people are depressed. This is why people are anxious. If maybe we could waltz up to a McDonald's at 7 p.m.
True.
And order a sausage McGriddle for $2 again, like we used to be.
Time to protest.
People would be happier. I think it would solve a lot of issues.
I don't disagree.
All right, here she goes. She's taking to the streets. I don't know what this song is. I've never heard this before, but she's got a sign by the McDonald's drive-thru, and it says, McJiggles wants McGriddles past 10:30. And I guess that's her username, McJiggles. She's out there grinding, man.
The only problem I have with this is that I need a better sign, especially if it's at night. No one can read that. Come on.
Yeah, you gotta get some lights on that thing. You gotta shine it up a little bit, I think. But that's the source of our problems. I don't know. They have tried this so many times where they add breakfast all day long, and every time they do it, for some reason, it fails miserably. I like to race in right there under the wire and get my last-minute breakfast burritos at McDonald's.
They like it too. They love that, Sean.
Yeah, I don't care. If I get in there in time, I'm fine. Like, do you feel bad if you get McDonald's breakfast at 10? What time is it at? 10:30? Yeah. So if you get it at 10:20, do you feel bad? Because I don't feel bad about that.
Oh, if it's 10:20, that should be enough time. But if it's like 10:29, it's just those moments, and maybe we have some McDonald's workers that listen to the show that can answer to it.
True.
Are there not, breakfast foods that are ready to go? Or at 10:29, you have to start all over again? Because if there's stuff they're just going to toss, then I guess give me that, unless it's been sitting under the heat lamp the entire time.
Well, that is what we need to know. What are the tips from the folks who work there, first of all? Because we'll always take your pro tips. Like, if you work at a place, always, if you enjoyed this show, go, hey, I never sent a dispatch in before, but I work at Wendy's, and here's the secret. Here's what you do to get the most out of X, Y, or Z. Like, always, give us those insider pro tips. But number two, tell us now how not to be a dick, right? What is the appropriate time? If we show up like 10 minutes before breakfast is over, are we in a good window there? If we show up 1 minute before, now are we the assholes? I feel like I should watch my mouth around Jackson. He doesn't have any headphones.
Can't hear you.
I know. I mean, it's even though you got like the earmuffs, situation going, I still feel
Like he can hear the words emanating from my mouth.
I curse at him all the time.
He just keeps sinking down into your arm.
Are you going to be an asshole today? Are you?
No, you're not.
Are you going to be an asshole today?
Look at him. He doesn't even look like he has the wherewithal to be an asshole.
He's so cute, man. I could feel my biological clock right now for some reason.
He could see himself on the TV as he smiled at himself. All right, we got a lot for you today. Obviously, we've got some extra Jackson action from time to time here on the show.
Jackson action.
YouTube and twitch.tv/
Till I have to leave to fix the Jackson accident.
Yeah.
Like in that commercial.
That's bound to happen at some point in time. He looks like his little onesie is sort of like one of those squirrel suit things, you know? It's like the way it's all together there. Let's not try to make him fly, but it looks like under the circumstances he might be able to. No, don't throw your baby. Do not do that. I'm not encouraging that at all. Okay, we got our friend Fritz. He'll be joining us a little bit later on today, back from his honeymoon and his exciting journey at his wedding and all the other things that happened around that time. So we'll catch up with him today and do Fritz on the street. Also, you got to delete the Temu app. We learned that it was pronounced Temu during the Super Bowl. So we'll give them that. You got to delete the Temu app immediately from your phone, according to this lawsuit.
I was just about to sign up.
If you sign up, I want you to know 3 things. All right, C-Lane, I think you've downloaded the app, right? You downloaded Temu?
Oh, I have the app. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think you'll agree with these things. Number 1, there's no better thing to sign into and use that Apple shielding of your email address. You know, where like Apple lets you like hide behind the email address.
I just did that the other day, and the email they came up with made me sound like an 8th grade boy.
What did it say?
It was just like snowman 184 at. And I'm like, I don't understand what. I mean, I imagine it's random words, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, when I look at this whole process, I go, number 1, block your email address from them because they will email you multiple times a day, and their emails are like if a 2040 Vegas casino got your email address.
Oh.
The emails are like, hey, crazy man, what you need to do is get to this deal before time runs out.
Auga.
Everything is Auga filled. And you go, oh my God, there's so many emails that you will get from these Temu folks. That's number 1. Number 2, don't buy all the nonsense, because when you go to the website to buy all the nonsense, right when you're about to check out, it'll be like, wait a second, you just won a free spin on the wheel. And then like ding, 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 a wheel pops up and you're spinning a wheel. And then like, oh, your wheel spin has allocated you 3 spins on the super jackpot Vegas casino machine.
Whoa.
And like, eventually you forget what you were buying and you just become a gambling addict. You're just like, you know, doing all the side quests that they've set up for you. So that is a worry. And then the third thing is, beware, because while some of the stuff is good and an amazing deal, some of the stuff takes forever, addendum A, and is crap, addendum B. But if you could find the good stuff, it's definitely out there. However, here are the big problems, according to this class action lawsuit, They said the lawsuit alleges Temu gains access to literally everything on your phone. The company's Super Bowl ads brought even more spotlight to the Chinese retailer, which was already a social media phenomenon. Posters brag about what they call Temu hauls or Temu hauls, but Temu itself pays for the posts that they're seeing. They sponsor videos that you see all over the place online. They use spyware and malware, according to this class action lawsuit.
Everybody, is that not? They did not indicate that in their terms and conditions. Is that where the class action comes from?
The problem is a failure. This is, quote, a failure to secure and safeguard their customers' personal data. Now, that's going to be an issue for them to say, well, did they say it in their TOS? Because this is a big company. I'm pretty sure that they would like go, hey, dummy, when you sign this digital document that you're not about to read, you agree that Temu is allowed to do X, Y, and Z.
Or they made bank on everyone's personal information. That's why they got 15 Super Bowl commercials.
Probably, yes. And C-Lane signed it away, and it's like, you agree that Jackson is now official property of Temu Incorporated, and that he can be used in all of the commercials that we...
He can hear you, and now he knows he's a Temu.
Oh, no.
Temu property.
Oh, he hates Temu.
Not happy. No Temu.
No, I'm sorry, Jackson. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. All right, quick break. When we come back, we have to get something very bizarre, and we'll throw this over to Fritz when he gets here later on today, because something very bizarre, and I don't know, you guys might find it to be inappropriate, just occurred at a person's wedding. What is it? How we all fall down on this? We're going to find that out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Orlando, what's happening? I hope your drive right now is a smooth and safe one. Some incidents reported, including at the intersection of University Boulevard and Driggs Drive, that's near Severin Boulevard. Also, Highway 1792 near Maitland Boulevard at Spartan, and Dean Road near Colonial Drive at Flowers Avenue. Give yourself a little extra time there. Of course, your usual delay eastbound on I-4. Approaching State Road 535, the Turnpike and Greenway are clear. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. With your traffic report, I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, save big when you buy in bulk. Save 10% on your choice of any 3 or more A.O. Smith water heaters. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Paid for by government.com. Here's your chance to get 5 iconic United States silver dollars spanning the last 150 years in one amazing set. Experts agree this is a must-have for silver coin buyers. That's right, all 5 silver dollars are legal tender official United States mint coins. If you call 1-800-386-7194 right now, we'll send you this ultimate 5-piece American silver dollar set with each silver coin in extremely fine or brilliant uncirculated condition. Guaranteed. This set includes every type of U.S. silver dollars in American history, issued from 1878 to 2024. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 150 years of U.S. silver dollars 5-piece set. Plus, receive a bonus display case, an information booklet, and free shipping. Don't miss your chance. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 5-piece set of iconic U.S. silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-386-7194.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
This is Daytona, the heart of racing, the soul of speed, and the only place in Florida to witness the adrenaline-pumping, awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross. Daytona Supercross, where champions are made, legends are born, and the biggest names battle it out under the lights at the world center of racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 2nd. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Tommy Mello here, owner at A1 Garage Doors. When I was growing up, my mom had to work 3 jobs to save our house. I love my mom. She's the most important person in the world to me. When she moved into her new house recently, I looked at the parts that the builder put on her garage. Parts that were designed to break, and the first thing I thought was to replace the springs, rollers, and hinges, and I also added decorative hardware to make the house look beautiful. Did you know the garage makes up 40% of your home's curb appeal? I wanted my mom's garage to not only look good, but it had to work right too. When I started A1 Garage, I thought about my mom and I thought, I'm going to treat everyone just like my mother. Call today for our $129.99 tune-up special to keep all those nasty bugs and winter out of your garage. And remember, the garage door is the smile of your home. So don't wait. Call A1 Garage Door Service and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. At New South Window, we bring the factory to you. Our windows and doors are made with quality in mind, and your products and installation are backed by our lifetime warranty. That's because New South Window knows the importance of single source accountability. We believe in removing the middleman so you get more for your money. This is real factory direct. One company, one call, guaranteed for life. Get New South proud.
For a limited time only, when you buy more, you can save more. Visit newsouthwindow.com to learn more.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
History is beautiful, brutal, and often ridiculous. Join me, Ben Bullitt.
And me, Noel Brown, as we dive into some of the strangest stories from across the span of human civilization in Ridiculous History.
Whether we're exploring the accidental invention of hold music,
or how people used to rent pineapples, join us to hear the many ways history can be oh so ridiculous.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you find your favorite podcast.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the News Junkie.
So keep your hands on the wheel, 'cause I'm going round the bend, and the way that I feel.
All right, folks, we're going to get to you and your dispatch momentarily. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now. But first, I want to open up a little conversation because I'm very curious about this, and I want to hear from you with those dispatches today, especially if you are one of these folks who's big into cruising, right? If you're like one of these cruising folks, I definitely want to hear from you because there's right now this huge desire, massive desire for people to go on what is now the biggest cruise ship on planet Earth, which is this new Royal Caribbean icon of the seas. And the cruise is a pricey one, okay? It's not very cheap. It's really, really, really a lot more expensive than the other Royal Caribbean ships just because it's bigger and it's got more stuff on it.
Right, but, I mean, why would that change what you pay?
Well, you would think that because they
had
had
more
more
around
people,
you.
yeah, you would think because they have more passengers that like maybe it would lower the price because you got more people. No.
Might need more gas.
Yeah, I mean it might, number one, and also beyond that, this cruise ship is brand new and there's huge demand. From what I could tell, it's almost completely sold out for the next year and then some. And there's two types of people out there. Fresh Rocks is one. He says, love cruises. There's either cruise people or people who are like, cruises are not for me. I heard of somebody recently that just came back from a cruise, and they were like, never again.
I love
apparently.
me a cruise. I want to go on a cruise for my birthday.
Yeah?
I really
like a
do.
7-day, we take a 7-day cruise over like, because here's my comparison, right? This is what Courtney and I were talking about yesterday. And I go, no way. For a nice room, and I mean like a decent room where you got enough room to kind of stretch out and you got a big TV and you got like a balcony and whatnot, on the Royal Caribbean Icon of the Seas, this one that's the biggest one out there, it's upwards of $7,000 for your week-long cruise, okay? So $7,000 for your week-long cruise.
That doesn't include your drinks.
That might include your drinks. I think that would maybe include your drinks for that price. But this is like with your drinks and all this stuff you have to pay, it's about $7,000 per person for the 7-day cruise. So I say to Courtney, I have an impossible time justifying the idea that we would be paying $14,000 to go on a vacation for a week when we could literally go on like 3 very nice week-long vacations for that same amount of money. Like easily. You could like I could go to Mexico City, stay in a 4-star hotel, have all of the things, all the experiences I wanted to, stretch it out for a week and probably do that for the two of us for about $5,000. I could go to Toronto and probably do the very same thing. And I could probably go to Puerto Rico as well, all for probably $5,000 a piece for the week. Alicia saying you could take an amazing trip to Europe for that money. You could take 2 if you wanted to. You could take 2. So I look at this and I go, I get it that some of you out there are cruise people, but man, $7,000 a piece, $14,000 for a couple to go out and go on, just to be like, we're on the big ass boat. We got all these crazy slides and we got all these fun things. It's great, you know? You're going to the Dominican Republic, you're going to San Juan, yada, yada, yada. But you're on a boat, and I just couldn't bring myself to do that. That seems like way too much.
It does. It really does. And just because it's bigger, the idea of a lot more people, not worth it to me.
No.
I stand by, and I only went once, and it was shortly after everything started opening up with the pandemic, but Virgin Voyages was the S.
Yeah.
When it came to the no kids, when it came to the service, when it came to how they did everything with their drink packages.
It was good,
like
right?
Up front, it's a lot of money. Nowhere near $7,000, I'll tell you that much. But that kind of stuff, it's worth it. When it comes to cruise versus a vacation, there is a difference in the sense of like you get on, you drop off your stuff, and they have everything ready for you.
Yeah, you're chilling. And there is value in that for sure.
Like
but
the planning part is worth the money to me.
I think we're both probably in agreement that we would do this for $1,000, maybe $1,500, maybe like $2,000 tops. It's when it gets so far above that you're like, I cannot make sense of this at all. Some people are saying 7 days is too long.
It is too long. I did that, man. I
7 days.
I've only done it. It was Christmas with my family, and I love my family. But it was also 4 days at sea and 3 days looking at land. Oh, I'll never do that again. That was way too long for me.
7 days is too long for a lot of these folks. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of agreement there. This is what I'm looking at here. This is Royal Caribbean Icon of the Seas, and Royal Suite class is $4,832. So that's per person if I click this. And it says sleeps 1 to 8, but I think you still have to, that's for each person. Yeah, it says suite from US dollars per person, $4,832, or you can affirm it for the rest of your life if you're interested in doing that.
Yeah.
And if you select that, now you're at $5,000, and from there, you're going to have to add your dining options. So now I'm at 2 adults, all right? No children. This would just be for a couple. That's what I'm trying to see here. And, all right, so I'm going to be at just under $10,000, straight up base price. And from there, you're going to probably add, I don't know, $400 or $500 at least on for the drink pass. On and on and on it goes. I just can't make sense of that. Explain to me why, if you're one of these people who are like, oh, I'd love to go on Icon of the Seas,
I'd spend $15,000 right now. I do not get that. But a lot of people want to. Tanya on YouTube says, I live 10 minutes from one of the biggest ports in the country, and I've never taken a cruise. Imagine you're talking about the Fort Lauderdale or Cape, maybe the Cape. Could be that. Those are both some of the big ones out there. I get motion sick so bad, I'm terrified to spend money and can't enjoy it. If you've never done
cruise
it.
is not for you.
Yeah, if you really do feel that way, then maybe a cruise is not for you. But if you've never done it, at least from my experience, even though I'm not super into cruises and I'd rather just travel these countries and spend my money going around doing whatever I wanted to, I am not going to lie to you. When you're on a cruise ship half the time, the ships are so big, you don't realize that you're on a ship. You're just on it's just huge. I didn't, for the most part of the 2 weeks I was on a cruise, I didn't feel like myself going, whoa, like moving around and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you did.
Different experiences. I've definitely had the ones where you have no idea, and it just seems like you're in a big, I guess, multi-level warehouse and having experiences you're not necessarily used to. And there have been other times where the waves were so rough that you wonder, how is it okay for them to drive into that?
Is this safe?
But I also, grew up on boats, so that kind of stuff doesn't faze me. I went on a casino cruise not too long ago where pretty much 80% of the passengers were getting very seasick, and I'm just like, let's go, guys. This is what I'm used to.
I'll tell you, I don't know if I ever talked about this on the show, and we're going to get into your dispatches and hear from you in just a moment here. Lots of people chiming in on chat. We got to get to the thing that happened at this wedding and all that. But I saw, and I don't think I mentioned it, not that long ago, I was going to say, Courtney, I got something for us. First of all, we can fly to Argentina, all right?
Ooh,
and we can see Argentina for a little while, check out everything there is to check out there. And then there is the cruise of a lifetime. And this cruise goes from Argentina to Antarctica. And I said, how amazing would that be? They even let you, just briefly, they let you step on Antarctica. So you could say that, I've been on that continent. You could cross that off the list and say you've done that. And it's only like a 4 or 5 hour cruise, or something, maybe it's longer than that, but it's a short enough cruise from Argentina, maybe it's like a day and a half, to Antarctica. And I was like, this is brilliant. We should do this. This will be so amazing. What an experience. And then I learned about a little thing called the Drake Passage. And
started from the bottom?
The Drake Passage starts from the bottom and goes all the way to the top. Just look up. Have you ever seen this before? Maybe we mentioned this on the show. The Drake Passage. You've never seen any footage of this? Oh, my God. I don't think so. Like, I was so close. I was ready to book the tickets. And then I saw Drake Passage, and I go, wait, what's this all about? What's happening here? And let me see. This might show you something here. This is some footage of them crossing this passage. It's got the most jaw-dropping weather on the planet and the most insane waves. With like 30, 40, 50-foot high waves.
Yeah, that's a hell no for me, dude.
Just like the ship you're in is like sinking underwater.
Why they do that? Is there not another passage?
This is where you have to go. No, you have to go across the Drake Passage.
Jimmy from Degrassi Passage? That's
nope.
A little less?
No, only the worst is available if you want to get there. And I've seen it where the ship is like, poof, just like a surfboard out there, arriving up and down. Oh, here's an example. This is the Drake Passage for those of you on YouTube and Twitch.tv. Right there. It's just these Mongo waves that are like 20, 30 feet tall. And I said, well, I was real excited on doing that, but I don't know if necessarily this is for me anymore. A 60-foot wave, nah, I'm going to pass. That's a hard pass on that. Okay, let's go over to this before we start to hone in on these dispatches. This is all about something that happened at a wedding. We'll toss this by Fritz when he gets here. And they said a tech worker is getting a bunch of heat from his wife, who's not thrilled about what happened. Jacob Wright, a software engineer at an AI startup called RunPod.
Okay.
During the wedding, right at the post-ceremony part, where they're taking wedding photos, he put on his Apple Vision Pro, wore it at the reception, wore it on the dance floor.
Viral video, Sean?
This is, I think, more so just a tech nerd in Silicon Valley who's like, I have the money to buy one of these, and I want everybody to behold me in it at my wedding. I'll wear it anytime I want. And here's what he said. He said it's so we can have the first ever forever footage of our wedding and our like wedding dance and all of that stuff. So he can step into his Apple Vision Pro. And have you ever seen anything they filmed on this where it's like the 3D filming?
With the Apple Vision Pro?
Yeah. So say you and me are in a room together and we're hanging out.
Miss those days.
And while we're in this room together, I film one of these.
Same.
Got a little tears there. We get a little bit of a Apple Vision Pro video. And if you go back and watch it, you can see everybody who's there, but you can also like walk around the room. Like your kids are opening their presents for Christmas and you can walk around the room and like see them from different angles as they get excited about the gifts. And it's like a really, really, it's supposed to be incredibly emotional to get it that way. But to do that at your wedding,
maybe
I
have
don't
like
know.
hire someone else to do it. How about that?
Yeah, that might be the beginning. Let's start there and see where we go. All right, let's go over to you. Let's get to your dispatches. Lots of people talking about this cruise situation. For me, I'd way rather spend that money on like a killer vacation where I'm on the land and I can go wherever I want. But here is Hey There talking about cruising.
Hey there.
Hey.
Sean, your hypothetical about if it costs you $7,000 to go on the Icon of the Seas, it would cost you and Courtney $14,000 isn't necessarily the case because staterooms are based on double occupancy, so it wouldn't be as extreme. However, cruising is demand-based. While you can get some deals sometimes, the earlier you book, the better. So if you can't get on the Icon of the Seas, book a cruise on the sister ship, the Star of the Seas, that's coming out next year.
I know, but there's even more of a desire for that one. I saw that too. I was like, what do some of these other ones cost? And the Star of the Seas is new. If you get, they're all of the seas, by the way. Everything Royal Caribbean is blank of the seas. And you have to get to like Street Fight of the Seas until you find a deal that you're like,
I don't know about that, man.
Street Fight of the Seas, $700. I'll take this.
Unless you're like a diehard cruise person, you are fighting against a bunch of people who are going to be doing the same. And that maybe many years from now when they've settled. But you know that everyone on that ship wants to be the first one that's there.
Yep.
So it's going to be annoying.
Yep, and they're going to be
Am I getting older?
expecting so much out of this. No, you're getting more, I would think, you're more demanding of how your free time is going to be spent, right? Like, so if I don't get that much time off a year, I want my free time to be excellent. I don't want to be on a giant ship with 8 billion people. And
thank you.
Oh, God, no thank you. Let's let her finish, though. Here she is.
Or, better yet, book a Virgin Voyages cruise.
Yeah.
Better food. A lot
Better
of times you
food,
can get
huh?
a bar tab
Better ingredients.
included. And the best part, no kids. It's an adult-only cruise line. So I highly recommend that. But
That seems
like I
more
said,
attractive.
Cruising is demand-based, so I'm not trying to pitch myself as a travel agent, but if you're thinking about taking one, book it sooner than later. And if any promotions come out, they can retroactively be applied.
All right. Now, this is not any shot at anybody. All right. And I've said before on this show, I've spoken out in defense of Disney adults. I get it, man. It's a nice way to live your life, getting excited about going to Disney all the time and living the life of Disney adults. I know that you get all kinds of crap for being Disney adults. I get it. I get all of that. But Disney adults with no kids who go on Disney cruises is weird.
Put them on a list.
It's weird.
On a list right now.
And here's why it's
I
weird.
disagree. I think they all just have a good time. Sexy Disney style.
No, that's part of the problem. All right, here's why it's weird. And on Disney cruises, do you know they pretend that it's midnight every night at 10 o'clock?
That's fun.
Like they pretend
Why?
that the pumpkin is...
Sabrina,
is-
I don't know how you're defending this. Everything you like about a cruise is not found on a Disney cruise.
No. It's not partying. It's not like
do you mean?
everything is shut down at like 10:30.
What do you mean?
Last time we talked about this, last time we brought it up, I Googled, are there casinos on Disney cruises?
No.
There is a list of like 7 things, including casinos, drink packages, nightlife of any kind, like anything that you would find remotely adult is either very, very tamed down or just not available on a Disney cruise.
Right. It's much more built around you got the family with you, which makes sense. I get it. I get that. Totally makes sense. But how weird would it be to be a grown-ass adult, you got no kid, and people are like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, midnight. And you're like, we all know damn well it's 10 o'clock right now. Like, we
But
all
then
know.
that means everyone goes to bed?
Yes, everybody's like, all right, hightailing off to sleep time here.
There's not like bars open till 2 or anything.
No,
like that.
everything closes down so early. That's one of the real tough sells, I think, about that.
The crew, though, right? Like,
yes,
have
but
to be up all night long?
Guess where that doesn't happen? On the Virgin Cruise Line,
you
right?
bet your
Like
ass.
they're like 3 o'clock, baby, let's raid. That's where there's a big difference there. So Disney adults love you, get you, appreciate you, but Disney adults without kids going on Disney cruises, not so sure about that. Fight with
For
me.
the crew, also, I think there's probably like if you've been on multiple different ships or even multiple different cruise lines, you might get to a point where like you've been on the Virgin, you've been on the Royal Caribbean, which I've heard has like the most unlimited of unlimited drink packages.
Yeah.
And like you might be done with those people and find Disney cruises to be a nice step away from the craziness of a Virgin.
It very much depends on where you're at in your life and what you're expecting. But I like that is not for me, not right now, not by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe it is for you. Let's fight. Send me a dispatch. Go over to newsjunkie.com.
Fight,
We're
Sean.
gonna fight, baby.
Why?
Today's fight day.
Oh, no. Please.
Today's fight
not
day.
the day for fight day.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, can you just wait until after March 16th?
No, you guys
day.
go ahead and get in a fight. I'll be like, oh no, baby's crying. Gotta go, guys.
Yeah,
No,
where's the
not
baby
necessarily
now?
with you. Just fighting with everybody. Fights in all directions
You're on
today.
your own. I'm loving today for sure.
All right.
Without a
Lovers
doubt.
and fighters. But if you want to fight, bring it on over here today. Let's see what you got. Go over to the newsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. She did it. She's really
Good job.
really old. She's really old, and she's finally the oldest living person in America.
Yeah.
I don't know what this says about this woman. We've already hung out with her 3 times. She's been featured on the show 3 times for each year that she turns another year older.
Oh, wow.
And she's back again. We'll tune in and see if you think it's sad or amazing or some point in between. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Wednesday forecast. And today is going to be another spectacular day. If you have outdoor plans, it's going to be picture perfect. If you don't have any, go ahead and make some. Afternoon highs will make it into the mid 80s, 84 degrees for our high in Orlando. Plenty of sunshine, too. Enjoy the dry time and sunshine while it's here. Rain chances will be on the rise just in time for the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Silk. Feel plenty good. Shop wherever you find groceries. Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
Folks, you work hard and you deserve to be nice and comfortable in your house. And that's why it's so important that your air conditioner works perfectly every single time you want to use it. That's why I strongly suggest you pick up the phone and call Mills Air. Now, this is an honest company. It's a locally owned and operated company. It's a family owned and operated company. It is the company that you want to work with. The kind of places where you feel good about giving them your money because they're honest with you and it's going to a good place that hires local people. This is why you want to support Mills Air. Plus, they've been in business since 1992, which is over 32 years, keeping you cool here in Central Florida. Their techs are the best of the best. They are professional in every way, and they can service any brand out there, so don't worry about that. And Mills Air is a carrier, factory authorized dealer, getting you up to $1,275 in rebates. Those count big time toward a brand new carrier unit. You see, you can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call today. Here's that number, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
The Big Florida Repossessed Car Fair is finally in Orlando, now until March 4th. Orlando Luxury Motors has more than 150 cars, SUVs, and trucks, and you'll save 20, 30 to 50% off MSRP. Good, new, or bad credit, all credits are welcome. You are 100% approved. Your first payment will be up to 60 days with zero down payment. You just pay the taxes. We will have music, food, drinks, and games for the kids. Take advantage of this opportunity and save big at Orlando Luxury Motors, 5300 South Orange Blossom Trail, right by the Florida Mall, or call 407-233-3201.
The hit true crime podcast Paper Ghosts is back with a haunting mystery in the shadows of the Ozarks. Season 4 unravels a darkly intriguing cold case from 1989 as a community continues to search for answers about a missing girl, various suspects, and a potential connection to BTK.
It's gone from, okay, we don't think something's quite right, to there's some worry going on now because now we've found some of her clothing.
Listen to Paper Ghosts on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you and your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like The Vinyl Experience. Just search Vinyl Experience and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a Samsung Galaxy A14 included when you buy an extended Silver Unlimited plan. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah!
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. Online only. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Going stir crazy with your pet? Invisible Fence brand works in any weather so you can stay warm while your dog gets their energy out in the yard. Their local pet experts work with you to create a customized solution tailored to fit your pet. Learn more about how pets like yours gain independence at invisiblefence.com.
Find your new career. The Florida Jobs Now Job Fair, March 13th at the Orlando Science Center. More info at FLJobsNow.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
First came out and there was Wendy's, the fast food place, was going to go, hey, we are going to be on the forefront of surge pricing at fast food places. So if you show up at the drive-thru, you got no idea how much stuff is going to cost. That Baconator might be $3 and it might be $7. Depends on what time you arrive. We'll let that AI take over our pricing at Wendy's drive-thrus. And then they said, forget about it. Psych, we're not going to do that. they changed their mind. I don't know if they.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if they just freaked out or they got scared.
They were universally made fun of for announcing this, I think. So, I mean, I can't see how anybody thought that was a great idea. I am a little upset that we're not going to get to go to Wendy's 5 minutes before closing time and see that everything that they're about to throw away has dropped down to 50 cents and we can just load a bag.
I think they're just kind of now mincing words a little bit, or parsing words in a weird way, I should say. They say Wendy's would like a word about the difference between dynamic pricing and surge pricing. After a flurry of attention this week to the comments by their CEO, a guy that you don't know, Kirk Tanner, during the fast food chain's February earnings call, they said they have no plans to raise prices when demand is highest. To clarify, Wendy's will not implement surge pricing, which is the practice of raising prices when demand is highest. We didn't use that phrase, nor do we plan to implement that practice.
Okay.
Beginning as early as 2025, we'll begin testing more enhanced features like dynamic pricing and day part offerings, blah-bitty, blah-bitty, blue.
So did they explain the difference then? What's dynamic versus surge versus why can't you just keep it the same everywhere?
Well, I think dynamic pricing is widely understood to mean charging prices as demand fluctuates to maximize revenue. But after an initial backlash from customers, Wendy said Tanner didn't mean surge pricing. He said dynamic pricing, and there's no plans to raise prices. So they're alleging that maybe the prices would only go down. But
Dave would be so disappointed. What were you saying, Celie?
To be fair to them, I think that they said, oh, we'll do dynamic pricing like a hotel or like Uber. And people heard Uber and go, you mean surge pricing? Because that was always an Uber thing. And even Uber doesn't use that term anymore.
No, it's not very well received. And this is why this hasn't been. But all these companies, whether they say it or not, or admit to it right now or not, are going to do this very same thing regardless. We're going to get to the woman who's been on the show 3 times because she's just that old and check in to see if it's still kind of a little bit sad in a moment. But big changes. And this is probably as a result of, I think you could draw a direct connection from what's happened with Governor Abbott in Texas and other governors who have been saying to people, hey, you want to go to New York City? They're a sanctuary city. Look at the stuff you get. And the migrants go, yes, we do. And they jump on the bus and off to New York they go. And now New York City is looking to make a change to their sanctuary status following a series of crimes committed by migrants. The mayor, Eric Adams, is the one behind this. He's calling for ICE to be involved as soon as immigrants are accused of committing crimes and they're arrested, so the NYPD can help start the deportation process. Why? Why finally are they saying, whoa, let's back off this sanctuary city stuff a little bit? They had multiple stories where in one, there was a bunch of younger dudes who were immigrants who crossed the border illegally. They get bused to New York City. They get in a fight with a cop and they all beat up a cop. It's on video. You see them all beating up this cop, just lawlessness in the streets of New York City. And they bring them in, and before they can get them processed and booked, they do the catch and release that they always do, specifically with immigrants like this in New York City, and they get back onto the streets. 2 days later, one of them's involved in some sort of shooting incident at a store, and New Yorkers are like, hey, we're not thrilled about these people who cross into our country illegally getting money and assistance that we don't get as Americans and as New Yorkers, getting preferential treatment even when they're criminals causing chaos and discord in our city. Hey, maybe this whole thing is a bad idea. Maybe, just maybe, we need to have an orderly system where we welcome people into this country in some sort of limited numbers each year. We keep track of those people. We make it so those people can work immediately, oftentimes taking up jobs, whether you want to admit it or not, that Americans don't want to do or think they're too good to do. Right? But you have to make sure that they can work when they get here. Otherwise, you end up with the position they're in New York, Chicago, and various other cities and states in the country. And when finally confronted with the reality that your utopian vision of immigration is maybe not so good, Mayor Adams and others are saying, hey, maybe we should revisit this. Still, they're facing some pushback from progressives in New York who are saying, we can't roll back this. They said, quote, we do not want to go down the slippery slope of peeling back protections. What we saw years ago was ICE being in schools and hospitals. This is the old snowball effect here. That is never something that should happen, according to Council Member Carlina Rivera. What's happening, what's going to happen, what will continue to happen is New Yorkers will, when confronted with it, reject the idea that people who got into this country illegally should be treated in some way better than them, should get more advantages than them, and should, when they were accused of crimes at the very least, should not be treated as if, just toss them back out there. Everything will be okay. What do you think? Do you think this is the smart idea for them? Do you think they should allow these people to just live free in New York City? Let me know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send a dispatch. Now we check in with the woman who is the oldest living person.
Three times.
Now officially, now like straight up Guinness Book of World Records. Officially the oldest living person in America. Edie Ciccarelli from Northern California.
Excuse me? What is her name?
Edie, I think.
I thought you said EDC, like Electric Daisy Carnival.
No, that sounds kind of cool, though.
Sweet name.
It's Edith Ciccarelli, or Edie Ciccarelli. She lives in Northern California. Good weather to let you live to 114. Congratulations to her. She's the oldest living person in the United States of America. She did it.
What?
They said it couldn't be done.
I've lost control of my bowels 2 decades ago.
Hey, probably though. Probably.
Does she know where she's at? Like this interview, can you tell? Or completely dead in the eyes?
Let's see. Let's check her out. Here she is.
This woman is making history. At 114 years old, Elizabeth Francis is the oldest living person in the United States. Just hours ago, Houston's former mayor tweeted these photos. Francis is now the 5th oldest living person.
There she is right there with her little happy birthday crown on. She old.
It doesn't look real.
Honestly, can I say something crazy? I want to say something crazy.
I don't think it's going to be that crazy.
You think if I slapped her, I could kill her?
Oh, my God, Jesus. Why? Okay, that was crazy. Why do you resort to violence, man? I think you could and kill her.
I think I probably could.
Well, please don't, because she's got 15 more years.
I'm not going to. I'm just saying.
I feel like she died probably 30 years ago, and they kind of just...
They might want to
wheel
check
her around. Full mummified.
Weekend at EDC's.
Yeah, this is a Feinstein moment here. She just do another check. Make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. All Day Yucker says.
Damn it.
And you want to... Never mind. Oh.
I went full robot on you.
No, we're good.
Went right to break. That was my bad.
All Day Yuckers says, no, you pussy. You couldn't. Oh, I could.
That would
kill
be,
this lady.
that would be, anyone could kill that lady.
Definitely.
Someone could pop out and be like, Edie! And it would probably do the same thing.
Do you think so?
But why
like,
that thought crosses your mind?
Well, because I just wonder about the human condition. Where you think, honestly, if I was right around the corner, I was like, hey! And I just
Absolutely.
She just turns white, and you see the spirit escape her.
Listen, she was having her 114th birthday backyard bash just now. And if somebody had driven by with one of those train horns in their truck, done. She's out.
Just like Casper the Ghost escapes her, and you're like, well, we all saw it. All right, what do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we'll get to those. Plus, a woman who's very angry. She says he's pretty much an a-hole, and she doesn't like somebody and their dirty mouth. Who's she talking about? We'll hear from this lady. She's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All the cool kids are doing it, and you want to be like the cool kids, don't you? Well, don't you? The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com. Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Some delays you should know about. Also a closure. Colonial Drive eastbound if you're heading towards Christmas. At Chuliota Road, all lanes are closed. Also, that incident is still there. University Boulevard east of Severin Boulevard at Driggs. And your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. The Turnpike and Greenway are clear. See any issues? Call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number, 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Today's Central Florida job market is more competitive than ever, but don't be discouraged. Attend the Florida Jobs Now job fair, Wednesday, March 13th, from noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center, and connect with over 70 recruiters right here in Central Florida. Some even offering on-the-spot interviews. Your next career is right in front of you. Join us at the Florida Jobs Now job fair on Wednesday, March 13th from noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center, 777 East Princeton Street, Orlando, Florida, 32803. That's from noon to 4 p.m. More information at fljobsnow.com.
Ah, winter, with its cold, dry air causing that not-so-nice winter nose feeling. Thankfully, you don't have to wait for warmer weather to clear sinus congestion and send winter nose packing. All you need is Navage Nasal Care. Navage helps soothe the inflamed nasal passages that are often part of colds and infections. It flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your sinuses to give you the soothing moisture you need. Navage also sucks out the other irritants trapped in your nose, viruses, dust, bacteria, and germs too. Winter might feel like it drags on forever, but Navage works quickly, helping you breathe more clearly in just 30 seconds. No decongestants required. Navage is a drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Get Navage today and make winter a little more bearable. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Orlando? We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Orlando for free. That's right. We'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64000. Orlando's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Discover the simple steps developed by Joe Arias, one of real estate's greatest rags to riches stories. You'll learn to flip properties and secure rental properties without using your own money and in your spare time. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in Orlando and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64000.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Paid for by government.com. Here's your chance to get 5 iconic United States silver dollars spanning the last 150 years in one amazing set. Experts agree this is a must-have for silver coin buyers. That's right, all 5 silver dollars are legal tender official United States mint coins. If you call 1-800-386-7194 right now, we'll send you this ultimate 5-piece American silver dollar set with each silver coin in extremely fine or brilliant uncirculated condition. Guaranteed. This set includes every type of U.S. silver dollars in American history, issued from 1878 to 2024. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 150 years of U.S. silver dollars 5-piece set. Plus, receive a bonus display case, an information booklet, and free shipping. Don't miss your chance. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 5-piece set of iconic U.S. silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-386-7194.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a Samsung Galaxy A14 included when you buy an extended silver unlimited plan. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah!
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. Online only. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the silver unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
This is Daytona, the heart of racing, the soul of speed, and the only place in Florida to witness the adrenaline pumping, awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross. Daytona Supercross, where champions are made, legends are born, and the biggest names battle it out under the lights at the world center of racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 2nd. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is the News Junkie.
Couple people lining up to fight me. All right, fine. We'll see how that goes in just a moment here. But before that, I demand if you try to fight me via dispatch and I win, you give me all of your Bitcoin. Since Bitcoin is like through the moon and beyond right now, Bitcoin has been on a tear for a handful of days, and I'll take it, please.
How's SafeMoon doing?
SafeMoon not on a tear. Nope. Actually
It's
going
been
the
torn
other
up,
way.
I believe, right?
Well, it's just zeros in my account right now. So, like, there's not even a hope there. It's like,
do you even have that app anymore?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, if I pull it up, if I pull up my SafeMoon crypto app, it just says $0. Yeah,
I'm getting a lot of Doge notifications too for some reason.
Well, perhaps that's riding up with Bitcoin itself. I just have all of these things that are basically worthless because I missed the boat on everything.
I'm surprised you can even get into the SafeMoon app right now, and it's not one of those apps that like disappears after a while and you have to re-download it.
Mine works. At least it did last I checked. It's making me reinstall it right now.
God,
that's what I'm saying.
Blew up.
Did it? Things are going well. I want that too. If I beat you with your dispatch, I would certainly like you to give me all of your Dogecoin too. All right. So now we know. SafeMoon keeps doing this thing where they do an update and they log you out of the account and they go, let's see if you remembered your password, dummy. And I go, joke's on you. I forgot it a long time ago, SafeMoon. And we just run past each other.
So then you can't get back in?
No, I can't. I just have to look at all my stuff that I've lost somewhere in town.
Oh, what's up, Dogecoin?
I am thriving in crypto. Is this where we cash out or we wait now?
How much is it up to right now?
I mean, Dogecoin went up like 30% in the last day.
Yeah.
And as far as Ethereum, my XRP, Litecoin, everything's up about 7%, 10%.
No,
I'm
I don't
rich.
know. I mean, it might be like still there's a lot more to grow. Oh, I thought I had Dogecoin. I don't in that wallet. Why am I looking at all these wallets that are full of nothingness, apparently?
I'm up $140 today.
Oh,
so
good for you. Okay, good for you. I've got 4 different or cryptocurrency apps, and it appears that all of them are empty.
You know, my favorite thing with Coinbase is you go all time of like what you're up. I'm up $1,800.
Well, that's good.
Yes, and I'm going to keep it there because it's going to go towards college of my future children or Jackson if I don't have kids.
Probably a good idea. All right. So here's what I want to do. I want to get into a couple of things here, including if you are listening to the show and you want to subscribe to the podcast, it's free to do over at thenewsjunkie.com. But heads up to all our podcast listeners, and there are tens of thousands of you every single day. Millions of you over the course of the year that listen via podcast. And Google Podcasts, I guess, is going away. They're like sunsetting their podcast program. And Google keeps doing this, and then they push people off. They're like, yeah, go over to YouTube Music. And you're like, who listens to their podcasts on YouTube Music? It's a weird thing. So I want to tell everybody who's on there.
Is that a separate app?
Yeah, it is. And they have a thing where you can like transfer your RSS feeds over to YouTube Music, but it's kind of dopey. And I wanted to tell everybody, this is a great time to move over to iHeart if you are over on Google.
They pay all our bills.
On your Android phone, just go into the App Store and search for iHeartRadio and search for The News Junkie, and you'll be able to subscribe to the show, and you won't have any more problems like this moving forward. It's annoying when you have all the shows that you listen to, and then you can't do it anymore because they decide, we're not going to continue on with this app. It's Google. You expect more than that, but, here we are. All right, before we get to your dispatches, let's go to Michigan, a place who voted this week in the primaries. And big shock, they voted for Biden. He was the one who won the primary. Now, there was a lot of people who were doing protest votes against Biden. Most of them were this huge Muslim, Somali, otherwise population that you have in Dearborn, and about 100,000 of them voted for undecided, which is a thing you could do as a protest vote, which was pretty impressive because I think they were only aiming for like 10,000 to do so, and they got 100,000, but they're all going to vote for Biden because I'm guessing that you're going to think Biden is probably a better ally for Gaza and the West Bank than Trump is. It's just
what would happen if undecided won? If they got all the votes, like the majority of the votes, because I didn't know that in certain places they had a system that said, "Oh, you can vote for nothing."
Mm-hmm.
So, what would happen if undecided won?
My guess would be this, and I'm not sure. So, if you know more about how this works, please do correct me. My guess would be that the delegates could still choose whomever they wanted to. And so the delegates would go, you're undecided, but we're totally not. And they would just pick Biden still. Or it doesn't really matter because there's nobody truly running against President Biden right now. You can bring up all the people who you think you'd rather win the nomination. But it just, like I said a while ago, I said like 3 months ago, we have to be realistic now. The primaries are over for all intents and purposes. It will be Trump against Biden. That is who we are going to see in the showdown here.
Hey, Nikki's going to wait it out, all right?
Nikki Haley's done for. She's toast. She got beat in her home state. You're not going to see RFK pulling out ahead here. It's just not going to happen. Marianne, what's her name? Williamson, who said she's unsuspending her campaign. Who does that? You suspend your campaign because you're getting your ass whooped, and then you unsuspend it, and you're like, I've got a real shot here. No, you don't. They're all done for. Pick somebody. You might as well pick one of those two. I know who this lady's going to pick, and it's not going to be Trump. All right, she's not a fan of him. She has some things on her mind, and she was on MSNBC this week. Let's see what she had to say about former President Trump, this lady.
NATO is a bulwark against Russian aggression.
All right, it's a little bit quiet. Let me see if I can pump this up just a little bit.
Come on.
Make her a little louder. This is an 80-year-old woman who is talking about how she feels about the election here in Michigan.
Bulwark against Russian aggression. And he was ready to walk out of that. There are other ways he treated the people of Muslim religious background, his dirty mouth. I think he's pretty much an asshole, to coin a phrase.
Speaking of dirty
and it's
mouth,
terrifying to me at 80 to think that he would be one of the last presidents. He could decimate social programs that I've been committed to and worked on for a very long time.
That's what she's talking about.
And so there's a whole variety as well as...
Listen, woman, listen, all right? Here's the deal. Get on board.
Was she about to say that he could be one of the last presidents of my lifetime?
I thought she was going to say, but I think she just means last presidents.
So he's going to end the
Does
country.
she know something we don't know?
I think she thinks she does. Well, lady, just fall in line, okay? Everybody is won over by Trump at some point in time. For God's sake, Ted Cruz, can you imagine? Trump is like, your wife's a dog. She's a dog. You know, Melania versus her. It's not even close. And,
She's a dog. Beautiful dog. Beautiful dog.
He says your wife is a hideous animal. And Ted Cruz is like, yeah, but we're cool now. Bro, if Trump said something about Courtney like that, I would wait until Trump was doing a public appearance around here, and I would attack Trump live on stage. Flat out, friends. Flat out. You heard me here today.
He still has Secret Service to
Don't care. Yeah. Fine. Try to take me out, Secret
make
Service.
It to the stage, man.
I would do my best. I would jump from the side of the stage and try to kick his ass on that stage. If you tried to say something about people that I love, you think I'm going to tuck my tail between my legs and be like, okay, I'll be nice to you? No way. I'd slap his ass. Next time he got anywhere near me, I'd do that.
What's the level, though? Like, you're saying people you love now. Now, Courtney, for sure. You will, quote unquote, attack Trump at his next rally.
Yep.
What's after
Dylan?
that?
Dylan, yeah. It depends on what he says about Dylan.
Okay. There we go. So I'm not even going to ask about me and you, C-Lane.
Well, it just depends on what he says. It would depend on what he said about you guys, too. Like, if he generally just insulted the show, I'd slap him, you know? I'd slap him on stage. I would never take the knee. And I know, like, all you Trump guys, you must be the same. Like, think about this. Please, Trump folks, all right? It's fine if you like Trump. That's okay. I'm not going to be the person that comes after you. Oh, I don't care. I'm not triggered by it. But if you like Trump as much as you may, right? And you got the hat and you got the thing and you hate Biden, sleepy old Biden, I get it, you know, sleepy old man. Right.
Sleepy Joe.
If you hate all these things, if Biden said your wife was an ugly whore, or not Biden, if Trump said your wife was an ugly whore, and you just be like, he's Trump, I'm going to let him do that, you are a pussy. You are a sad, pathetic human being. And Ted Cruz is, friend. The idea Ted Cruz was at Mar-a-Lago and he's like hugging Trump. Dude, what the hell? I would never find me by that person, like hugging that person, strategizing with that person, bending the knee, kissing the ring. Kiss my ass. I would never do that. And most of you wouldn't either. But you like to see the other guys do it because you're like, yeah, there they go. See, they bend the knee. Do you think this 80-year-old lady's going to do it too? She's going to bend the knee and she's going to vote for Trump. And the 114-year-old lady, she's going to do it too. Ooh. And they'll say, you know what? You died voting for Trump, but it was totally worth it. Yeah. The whole thing he said last.
Just vote for Trump and kick the bucket. It's totally okay. It will all be worth it.
This is what happens. Everybody eventually bends the knee, I guess. All right, let's go over to you. Let's see what you got on your mind today. We got many people with many thoughts, and I'd love to hear them. Somebody chiming in about Disney adults, and that's okay. It's always good to hear your thoughts on that. Now, my point was, and I stand by this, I defend Disney adults. If they want to be grown-ass people who spend their hard-earned money to go to do things like go to theme parks, and they want to live in that moment and live in that spot in a theme park where you can feel young, you feel like the world's a good, happy, sweet place. Main Street America, all that. I dig it. I'm for it. I'm not necessarily that, but I dig it. Now, if you're a Disney adult and you're in your like 20s or 30s or even early 40s and you want to go to Disney cruise and you don't have a kid, that's a weird choice. It's like it's just made for people who aren't doing that. And here's Bobby Cuomo. Let's see what he says.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
This is Bobby calling from Denver, Colorado. And
Thank
I
you,
would
Bobby.
go as far as saying that Disney adults sitting in their home alone, watching a new Disney movie by themselves with no children, they should be put on a registry.
No. What? No.
There you go, Sean. That's your team, my friend.
No,
there
it's
you go.
Fine. Like,
That's
it's
exactly
fine.
what you get.
This is the C-Lane's frame of mind. That watching cartoons or animated features as an adult is a little bit weird. C-Lane doesn't watch any of these things.
I don't say that it's weird. It's just not my thing.
And
exactly.
Have you ever seen a single Pixar film in your life?
Yeah.
Okay. And you just hate them.
I don't hate them. It's just not what I would choose.
Okay,
it's not for me.
That's fine. If it's not for you, that's fine. But to say
I fell asleep last time Ashley tried to get me to watch Moana.
But to say that like an adult watching,
that's so weird because I was hysterically crying when I was watching Moana.
To say watching an adult watching a Pixar movie is like put them on a list. Come on, it's okay. It's okay to watch Toy Story and be an adult by yourself in your house. That's fine. I think you're going to lose that battle. Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. There's an emergency situation unfolding. There is a facility that has completely ceased operations as a result of this emergency. Ladies' hardest hit. I'll explain what's going on.
Tampons?
That was coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
A big piece of earwax randomly doesn't come out in a quarterly in a year or something like that, where you're just like, whoa.
That's just gross, man.
Yeah, I'm playing around, man. Check the text.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Some delays you should know about. Also a closure. Colonial Drive eastbound if you're heading towards Christmas. At Chuliota Road, all lanes are closed. Also, that incident is still there. University Boulevard east of Severin Boulevard at Driggs. And your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. The Turnpike and Greenway are clear. See any issues? Call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. We'll always be here for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because not only is he a mortgage broker, but he's looking out for you. And if you go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and you fill out the application, he's going to tell you if you're getting the best deal possible. Compare your quote or get your first quote, but work with someone who is looking out for you by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If your garage has become a breeding ground for bugs and pests, it's time to call A1 Garage Door Service. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today.
McDonald's McCafe iced coffee wakes you up like the perfect song. The 100% Arabica beans get your head nodding. Yeah, then the cream drops like a smooth bass line. Add some ice to chill it down, and some French vanilla flavor. There you go. Or change it up and go with caramel. Either way, it's a stone cold classic. Start your day with a $1.49 McCafe iced coffee available during breakfast hours only. Music to my ears. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. My day just flows better when I make my first stop McDonald's. I can choose 2 faves and save big with a bundle of savory sausage McMuffin or flaky sausage biscuit with crispy hash browns for breakfast for $2.79. Or I can make Mickey D's my last stop. Lunch, dinner, a late night snack perhaps, when I bundle a crispy McChicken or juicy McDouble with delicious delicious small fries for only $3.69. Now my day is made the tastiest way when I bundle and save at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, post-nasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like The Vinyl Experience. Music legends experienced through the authentic sound of vinyl. The Rolling Stones, Tom Petty, Pink Floyd, The Police, and so many more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Vinyl Experience, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Preparing you.
For the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junkie.
thenewsjunkie.com and T emails. He says, you were talking yesterday about renting out the theme parks. And yes, indeed, we were. He says, hey, Sean, heard you guys discussing Elizabeth Taylor renting out Disneyland. I've been at corporate events where they rented out the regular Universal Studios park in Orlando. It was a conference of at least 10,000 attendees. It was in the evening for about 3 hours, and they closed the park early to accommodate the event. It's been a couple of years, and it was definitely a cool experience, especially because all the food and alcohol was included. I just ate way too much. If I remember correctly, most, but not everything in the park was open, and I heard it cost about $1 million to do, says T.
Chump change, huh?
Man, that is the most awesome thing ever. I guess that's sort of one of the draws of the cruise that we were talking about earlier, like the cruise lifestyle. And I'll hit on that in a moment because I got a new question for you cruise folks, as Courtney's incensed about something here. But when you talk about an event where like your company takes over a theme park and then you go in and all the food is free and it like almost feels uncomfortable. You're walking around, you're like, so I can just walk up and get food for free. I get an Auntie Anne's pretzel, and I could
Auntie Anne.
Hello, Auntie Anne.
I could down that thing right now, and no money has to transfer. And like, yeah, that's how it goes. And you go, damn, that's cool. I love that. Like my dad, he worked at IBM in Boca Raton in Florida, and one time we had an event there, and I may have mentioned this before, but for those of you who are new, my dad had enough like tickets to bring the whole family. So they're like every employee could bring the whole family. And then we were able to bring my cousin too. So we went out there and they had a huge property at IBM and they had this big, beautiful open field and they had carnival games and rides everywhere. It was bigger than the fairs in most cities. Like it was an absolutely massive undertaking. And they had the band Alabama play at this event. And Alabama they were genius at the time. I don't know if a lot of other places did this or a lot of other bands did this, but Alabama had an 18-wheeler. And the 18-wheeler, like the back end of it, it was made in such a way that they would pull up at whatever the site was where they were going to play a concert, and they would open up the back of the 18-wheeler, and it would be an instant stage with lighting rigs in it and everything. And they're just playing in the back of their 18-wheeler, like the whole big thing that's dragged behind the 18-wheeler.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, that's a really smart idea. You don't need a stage. All you need is like power, run up to your truck, and you can put on a show. It's Alabama. I said, oh, man, that's cool. And everything was free like that. There's hot dogs, hamburgers, ice cream,
was it
everything.
At like a theme park, or where was the venue?
It was at IBM in Boca Raton, Florida. It was at their property, and they just turned it into like a fair, like a circus kind of thing. And it was unbelievable. And as a kid, I was like, man, my dad works here.
I got to do, it wasn't as exciting for me because I don't remember if I definitely didn't drink alcohol at the time because I was a very young child, but I don't know how much I did or did not take advantage of like free sodas and food or whatever. But my parents worked for AT&T, and all of the like Bell Labs kind of people, like all of that group rented out Wet and Wild. And so when we got to go into Wet and Wild, but then at 5 o'clock or something when it closed, we had the wristband that we got to stay, and all the rides were working, and I was like, this is the way to water park. Right here.
This is
pretty damn cool. And the only thing close enough that I think that I've been to that I thought, I mean, it was kind of surreal was that time that I weaseled my way into seeing Muse at a private show at the arena, and like everything was free there too. And that was fantastic because usually you're used to spending a lot of money on booze there.
You're seeing Muse in an arena with barely anybody else, and all the drinks and the food that you would have paid so much money for are totally free. It's like, it's a freeing event. You're like, man, maybe for just a split second, you're like, maybe like socialism and communism will work. Like everything's free. We just get, and then you realize this is a stupid idea. But for a moment, you're like, this could be great.
I mean, it didn't feel as much like a private concert except for the free stuff, because there was actually a pretty large crowd there. The event that hired Muse has also done Justin Timberlake. They've done, I think, Jennifer Lopez.
Remember all those years, it would be my, I guess at this point, traditional Facebook post. Like, anyone got tickets for that secret thing over at where, please?
And so there was a big crowd for that, but I did. You guys know my friend Corn Dog, the guy that officiated my wedding.
Of course. Nice guy. Well, actually, I only know one Corn Dog, and this is it.
Yeah, he told me he got one that was like Van Halen or something, and nobody was there.
Wow.
I mean, it was like floor only, and he was like, "This is the most badass thing ever."
So the Steph of B on Twitch says, "Oh my God, Sean, my dad worked for IBM as well, and I was at that same family day in Boca Raton. There we were, right next to each other." Arnott says, "Sean, very cool. I couldn't imagine an experience like that. Having a dad sounds cool AF." Jeez. Dark. Meanwhile, we have an emergency, a different type of emergency in Amarillo, Texas, because they said there's an emergency situation that has prompted the closing of the Pantex plant in Amarillo. They have ceased operations there. The Amarillo Pantex plant is not making any of the stuff that they generally make for you ladies, the tampons, the whatevers.
I was completely guessing.
You were guessing before the break, but you nailed it. This is actually what happened. And Pantex representatives are working on trying to get things back up and running. Sure, there won't be any shortages here.
Until then, we free bleed?
I guess so. Yeah, if you don't have any left, you're going to have to wait because they are not operating right now at the Pantex.
Just roll up some toilet paper like a really tight joint.
Good luck to them. Hopefully they just open back up soon and the wildfires stop. When did Sean get so fancy, says Alicia. How? Me? Who? There must be another Sean you're talking about.
What fancy? What did you say that was fancy?
Nothing. Generally, I say nothing that's fancy.
I think it's because you said Amarillo.
Amarillo, yes.
Instead of Amarillo.
And Pontox and Auntie Anne's pretzels. It's the way to say all of them. Just to give it a little more, je ne sais quoi. Just a little bit to it. Okay, we have to get to you. It's time to work in. We'll maybe do 2 or so dispatches right now before we figure out what's going on in the next episode. That is next officially.
You guys know what my biggest fear right now is?
That Jackson is going to run out of that room full speed.
No. Fritz is going to come in, and we're going to start Fritz on the street.
Yes.
And a couple questions in, I'm going to hear.
Well, then you leave that baby crying.
Yeah. You got to fight for the game. This is all about Fritz on the street, man. All right, here we go. Here's Chill Bill. It says, sweet deal for my boy Cookout Sean.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
So, first off, I just want to say congrats. I'm happy that he's back for Fritz on the street today because last chance for me to ask Sean to represent me for Fritz on the street.
Oh, man.
To do this to you, Sean, but today is the last day of Black History Month. So, me then,
it's a great
pretty
point.
racist.
All right.
But a deal for you.
Well, first of all, I think Celine's going to call this out, but
yeah, somebody didn't tell him that there's a leap day tomorrow.
Yeah, but this is the last potential Fritz on the street for Black History Month. So I'll put you down as a possibly Chill Bill.
Oh my God!
All right,
Jesus, Sean.
Put him down. Well, I didn't hear you putting him down. I got him
He
down
didn't
as a
ask
possible.
me.
That's true.
Had he asked, I
go
would
for
have.
you. One more. Here's Seaman with a dispatch.
Hey guys, about cruises.
Hi.
There's some good and some bad. I mean, I agree with you, Sean. It's good to go check out a place and really get to know it. I did that in Mexico. Got to go to Chichen Itza, seventh wonder of the world. It wasn't a cruise, but got to check out a little town. But also, this past year, I went to Athens, jumped on a cruise, and went to all the little islands.
Oh, cool.
Now, I had a cruise ship where all my stuff was stored at. I didn't have to pay for hotel rooms, figure that out, jump on different ferries to get to island. It's a 7-day. Every day we were in a new port. It was a good time.
Very cool.
It wasn't that expensive. So, I mean, it depends on where you're going.
Yeah, I don't mind something like that. That seems cool. You're going to go to Greece. You got a once-in-a-lifetime trip to explore all these Grecian islands and find out how the other side lives. That's kind of cool, and it's not crazy expensive. But when you're going to all the same ports that everybody else is, like an East Coast cruise, you're going to the Bahamas probably.
East Side?
Nassau. You're going to go to you might go to Nassau. You might go to like
Oh,
the
we heard
cruise
his
ship.
asshole.
The cruise ship.
Oh, did it cut out?
Yeah, it was very Oscar Pistorius.
His asshole.
The cruise ships have their own islands around there, so usually it goes to one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those different islands at like Royal Caribbean or Princess or Carnival runs. And then you're going to go to like Mexico or something. Or maybe somewhere, Puerto Rico, that kind of stuff. It's like the same damn thing. Sometimes there's twists, like Royal Caribbean goes to Haiti, which is kind of interesting and cool and different. But if I wanted
for, the people of Haiti, because they just made a really nice part for one section of Haiti.
Well, they need that tourist money coming in because
And
Haiti,
everyone else is starving.
Yeah, it's Haiti's struggling. But it's probably the safest place to go there. All right, quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? The moon may or may not be made of cheese and will soon be paired with some aged Marley and Presley. Oompa, Loompa, Doopity, Dand, an immersive Willy Wonka experience got out of hand. Plus, Peppa Pig is ruining America, at least according to parents who blame cartoons for their crappy kids. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for Central Florida for the rest of our Wednesday. And we're expecting another beautiful, picture-perfect day across Central Florida. Temperatures will be on the warmer side, well above our normal high temperatures for this time of year, with a high of 84 degrees for the Orlando area. We'll still see a good amount of sunshine, too. A cold front does bring increasing clouds for our Thursday and slightly cooler temperatures with highs in the upper 70s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by
Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Paid for by government.com. Here's your chance to get 5 iconic United States silver dollars spanning the last 150 years in one amazing set. Experts agree this is a must-have for silver coin buyers. That's right, all 5 silver dollars are legal tender official United States mint coins. If you call 1-800-386-7194 right now, we'll send you this ultimate 5-piece American silver dollar set with each silver coin in extremely fine or brilliant uncirculated condition. Guaranteed. This set includes every type of U.S. silver dollars in American history, issued from 1878 to 2024. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 150 years of U.S. silver dollars 5-piece set. Plus, receive a bonus display case, an information booklet, and free shipping. Don't miss your chance. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 5-piece set of iconic U.S. silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-386-7194.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
Let's gather around the table and enjoy fine wine, food, and friends. Christner's Prime Steak and Lobster proudly hosts the Free Mark Abbey Wine Dinner on Wednesday, March 13th. Timeless, trusted, and authentic. Free Mark Abbey is esteemed by wine critics and enthusiasts alike for the classically structured Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, and Bordeaux varietal wines, sourced from several of Napa Valley's most pedigreed sites. Call Christner's 407-645-4443 for more information and reservations.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the news junkie, Sean Watson.
The next episode in just a moment. Quick correction. We're going to get lit on fire by our Texas friends for this. And a guy who's calling me a dork over on Facebook. But the factory that has been shut down, the Pantex factory that we mentioned, is a nuclear weapons assembly and disassembly
Who's
facility.
to say they don't make feminine products there too?
They may, behind the scenes, secretly.
Pantex.
Still.
So you thought Tampax?
Tampax and Playtex, just a fusion of those two, brings you to Pantex, I think. And people who don't live in the panhandle of Texas, Pantex, aren't generally very familiar with this facility. So yeah, this is that's why they're saying, oh my God, they shut this place down. They shut it down because of a forest fire nearby. But they said the plant is managed and operated for the United States Department of Energy, the DOE, and by Consolidated Nuclear Security, CNS, and Sandia National Laboratories. There you go.
Nailed that, guys.
Oh my God, what dorks! Total. Who says dorks in 2024? He said it's nicer than dumbass, which was, fair enough. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. Oh, yeah. And that's where you're going to be saying probably, oh, yay, because he's helping you get the best deal, whether you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation. Perhaps you just want to chat with a real cool guy. Then get the process started today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat.
Oh, yeah.
With That Mortgage Guy Don.
What was that? How did that happen?
Sea-Lane had something going on with
That was crazy.
He had to ditch out.
I swear to God, I just had a moment where I have to shake my head a little bit. I felt like I was on acid.
Who are just tuning in, C-Lane, he's got to watch Jackson today because his mom's not feeling too great. So he tuned in, and Fritz just jumped on board, and something must have gone south for that.
Fritzy.
Hello, Fritz.
Did everyone else hear that too, at least, or they just heard our reactions?
Yeah, they said trippy. They're saying trippy over on chat. Right. Cool, do it again. That's how we distract you from the factory nuclear facility Tampax thing.
Well, 41 years ago, this show right here.
MASH.
Oh, MASH,
is right points for Fritzy.
Such a spooky theme song.
It is.
It is.
It's supposed to be a funny show, right?
Yeah, but the song, I think, is called Suicide is Painless.
Okay.
Yep.
You sure about that? Well, this was painful for everybody. It was on this day in 1983. At the end of its 11th season, the final episode of MASH aired on CBS. The special 2.5 hours. The finale was watched by how many people?
Oh, man, it was a lot because it was one of the top broadcasts. Damn it, Fritz is probably going to get me on this.
Record 77% of the TV viewing audience, but it's also worth mentioning. What else did you have to watch in 1983?
So that was a 77 share?
Mm-hmm. Sure was.
There wasn't a lot of competition.
We get that all the time.
Okay, I'm going to say
Go ahead.
100 million people.
That's a guess.
All right.
Christopher Lane.
You may not be able to talk.
I'm going to say, let's go with 60 million people.
Okay.
110 million?
106 million people.
Damn.
Wow.
Fritz gets the points. Newly married. How exciting is that? C-Lane, this is a warning to you, warning to your wonderful wife, and don't, I guess, let Jackson watch Peppa Pig because it's ruining children. Now, there are a lot of kids who watch Peppa Pig. Not too long ago, we heard that American kids that are watching Peppa Pig started to develop British accents. So we're saying like mummy. And
which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Minimum. But now there is one parent who says her kid has turned into a full-blown brat because of Peppa Pig. I guess this pig, Peppa, to be exact, is rude, impatient, and a brat, and has never been taught any better. And this parent says that her son is now saying, ew, yuck, when presented with food he doesn't want. He also snaps, you're not my friend anymore, when he gets mad. And one time he told his friend that he had a big tummy. Called him fat. So.
I like it.
All of this was learned from Peppa Pig, who is a big old brat. Now,
I like a spicy little kid, you know? I like the kid who like toss some bombs out there.
Really don't care for that at all.
No.
Precocious child, where they're like, So what? Nah, I'm a tiny kid, and I think I'm an adult. I would field kick you through a goal post.
They do
kick it through a goal post?
Yeah, just like they did in the Super Bowl. Who just the kicker there? One exec for Hasbro, of course, does not agree. Says Peppa has natural, authentic reactions to the world.
That's true, right?
And has the ability to express how she feels. Some parents may see it as too direct or rude. We see it as self-assertive and self-confident. And I see it as little pieces of S. So good luck with your children.
Wow.
And don't bring them, apparently, to the quote-unquote immersive Willy Wonka experience because that got shut down by police.
This was a great, great story.
Do you have the footage at all or the pictures? If not, we have to put it on See It Now. But Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Dees, kids started crying and parents called the police. It was in Glasgow, Scotland. It was meant to be a celebration of Wonka, of course, the big movie, the prequel with Sean's favorite actor, Timothy Chalamet. Yeah. And it had chocolates, dancing Oompa Loompas, special audio and visual effects. The producers, House of Illuminati, raise it up. They had put on the event.
I don't think it had any of those things that you described.
Oh, it
by
did
the way.
not. It was an S show. They just rented out what I have to say, what looked like a really cool warehouse. I like their ceilings.
Okay, I've got some of this here. I was going to do a video on this, but I didn't get a chance yesterday because I had too much going on.
Stole it from you.
But
it reminded me of the Van Gogh immersive experience I went to, except so much worse. And the Van Gogh thing was pretty bad. It was pretty, kind of not. I don't think it was worth the money.
Yeah.
Well, not as bad as this. This was way worse. Willie's Chocolate Experience,
Look
right?
at the website. They should have used the budget for the website for the actual experience.
Like, I'm going to lick all the schnozberries when you see this. This is what a good time this is. And then C-Lane is right to point out, he mentioned this yesterday, if you go to the bottom of their website, it says, any resemblance to any character, fictitious or living, is purely coincidental. This experience is in no way related to the Wonka franchise, which is owned by the Warner Brothers company.
Well, that's purely to cover their asses.
No, but it's not purely coincidental. It's absolutely intentional. Like, everything they wanted to do was on purpose.
Do you have any of the pictures of the actual experience?
Yeah,
because if you look at even the parts where they tried, the Wonka bar looks just like a Wonka bar. It just doesn't say Wonka. So the second part of that disclaimer is true. You are not related to Warner Brothers in any way. But you can't say that this is just a coincidence. It's Willie's Chocolate Experience.
Huge scam. According to the Facebook group, it was House of Illuminati scam, to be exact. It was a lot of disappointed attendees. Children were crying. Mm-hmm. And then they say the actors that were, hired to act the parts of the Oompa Loompas or Willy Wonka were handed scripts that were clearly made with AI that didn't make any sense at all.
Are you ready for the 1-2 punch here?
Yes.
Here's what we expected it to be like right here. Oh, look at this. That looks like a wonderland. Here's how it was. All right.
It's a cool rainbow.
My favorite part coming up here, okay? This is, first of all, this is a little underwhelming. I like the stanchions there.
This is so bad. It's so bad.
You got to stanch it as if there's going to be a line there. Now, here's my favorite. This one
couldn't even hang that thing taut.
Oh, God.
This woman who's by like a chemistry set. She's supposed to be the Oompa Loompa, but she
to make
looks
a living.
like. Okay, let me bring her up. Because for those of you, I'll put this up on See It Now for everybody else. But her face looks like she just smoked the greatest joint ever right before.
Might as well. You might as well, because you have screaming children like, this is not what we wanted.
That's insane.
Full-size Oompa Loompa with just smoke crawling around her. I'll put this up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com.
So eventually police got called because I guess that's a thing in Scotland, and everyone's supposed to be getting their money backs, full refunds, as a matter of fact. And the House of Illuminati has since deleted their post and said sharing a screenshot with refunds in process.
Here's another one. This is an excellent shot here.
That's
what is that?
And it's a great warehouse.
That's a little ball pit in the middle of a warehouse.
Woof,
but
I think it's a convention center.
Yeah, it's just a large space. It's a very large space.
Oh, buddy. Well, this guy right here is getting lawsuit number, 50 in the last 2 years.
Is it Kanye?
Kanye is right. And he's in big poopity scoop, this time being sued by the estate of this gal. It's not winter.
Summer, fall,
Donna Summer. I will give you half the point. Donna Summer's estate is suing Kanye West for the unauthorized use of her song I Feel Love on his latest album, Vultures Part 2, which begs the question, why did you do it? As popular, very popular.
Wait. Didn't I hear that he asked and tried to get the sample for this, and they go no, and
so
then
he went with it anyways.
I'm gonna do it.
And he did the same thing with Taylor Swift. He did the same thing with I believe somebody else that I can't think of, where it's like he's asked, they say no, and then he goes along with it anyways. But the album's making that much money, I guess they'll go with it. The version of Summer's disco classic I Feel Love is in Good Don't Die on the Vultures track. His state said that when West's team initially approached them in late January to clear the sample, they declined, citing West's negative reputation and recent anti-Semitic behavior. I think that's a good point for them, but he said, doesn't matter, gonna use it anyways. They're now going to court to seek an injunction for further distribution, as well as compensatory damages for millions of streams the song has already received. We also have Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne, who have also threatened legal action against West over the unauthorized use of Iron Man in Vultures Part 1. Ozzy elaborated on his stance against West, saying, damn it, I don't have it ready.
Oh, what did he say?
That was
on
point.
That was pretty good.
And that could be translated to, it's wrong if you don't say anything about him. I don't want any of my work in any shape or form to be associated with anything like that. So there you have it, my friends. Or you can just send it.
What's his problem with Jews? It was like Marlon Brando via Ozzy Osbourne.
And now we're going to the moon.
Yeah!
With music, baby. Music from Jimi Hendrix, Elvis Presley, Janis Joplin, and Joplin. And this guy right here.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley is a right, man. Art-centric time capsule is going to be on SpaceX a day. A decent.
What now?
A day. SpaceX new rocket.
All right.
I can't say it without really screwing it up. It will be alongside all the other things that they're sending up to space, and now we can land some human culture with those artists and a lot more. Sly and the Family Stone, Chuck Berry, give it a little kiss. He's talking about his fart and his BH.
Yep, sure is.
And Sly and the Family Stone, The Who, will also be on the moon. I think now. They're probably on their way as we speak. On the boob tube, we have the 46th season premiere of Survivor, the first season finale of We Are Family on Fox. Code 8 Part 2 on Netflix. Didn't see Part 1 or have ever heard of that movie before. You also have Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and all the Chicagos on television as well. Kate Winslet will be on Fallon, and you follow your dreams on me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, friends, it's going down. Fritz on the Street is back. And the showdown from multiple locations today will be one of the realest we've ever had. Plus, we get to catch up with our friend Fritz and see what's been going on in his life. Might be some news there. Might be something important that's been happening as of late. We'll see. That is coming up next. Oh, by the way, we represent you and Fritz on the Street. And if we win, you get your hands on the Fritz magnet. There are very few left, so now's your time. See if you can get our attention, and perhaps we'll pick you. If we win, you win, and Fritz on the Street. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Some delays you should know about. Also a closure. Colonial Drive eastbound if you're heading towards Christmas. At Chuliota Road, all lanes are closed. Also, that incident is still there. University Boulevard east of Severin Boulevard at Driggs. And your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. The Turnpike and Greenway are clear. See any issues? Call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
Find your new career. The Florida Jobs Now Job Fair, March 13th at the Orlando Science Center. More info at fljobsnow.com.
The news junkies ready to destroy another holiday with the most unique party of the year. Just Okay 8. Saturday, March 16th will be a night of unbelievable moments at the Plaza Live with performances from Young Tapes, The Shabooms, Savvy's Little Helpers, and so much more. Presented in part by JustCallMo.com. Make this St. Patrick's Day weekend one to remember and get your tickets to Just Okay 8 at realradio.fm/JustOK.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
My mom is my hero. Growing up, she worked 3 jobs just to save our house.
Those were really hard times, Tommy.
And in 2010, when A1 was struggling, she and my stepdad Bill left their hometown to join me at A1. From day one, all we ever did was take care of customers and treat them like family.
Your mom really taught you how to treat people right.
Call A1 for all your garage door needs, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Did you know February was American Heart Month? It is. Life Imaging in the FLA wants to remind you that early detection saves lives. The first symptom of heart disease is often sudden death. You know you have the power to detect this before you have any symptoms. Give them a call. Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and with a few minimum requirements, you have a value of $699 and you can get that heart scan. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. When you get there, talk to them about the cancer screening as well. Super important. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Call pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Get that heart screening. Ask them about the cancer screening. It's super important. Early detection saves lives thanks to Life Imaging FLA. Make sure you tell them Russ Rollins sent you.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Orlando? We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Orlando for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. Orlando's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Discover the simple steps developed by Joe Arias, one of real estate's greatest rags to riches stories. You'll learn to flip properties and secure rental properties without using your own money and in your spare time. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in Orlando and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Embrace the energy, enjoy the fun, and indulge in the food at Agave Azul Cocina Mexicana. Agave Azul embraces traditional and modern elements in a varied menu with your favorite Mexican dishes plus innovative twists, all served in an upbeat and welcoming atmosphere. Visit one of Agave Azul's 4 locations in Kirkland, Winter Park, Winter Springs, and Windermere, and find us online at agaveazulcocinamex.com. Agave Azul Cocina Mexicana. Agave AZUL Cocina MEX.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our windows blend energy performance with hurricane protection. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Buy more, save more. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the News Junkie.
This is the sound that we only exist in the noise that we
Fritz on the street. The greatest game in all of radio. And this is when we play. We battle it out. Maybe we play. We've got myself and Sabrina Seelane working on getting his son Jackson to stick home for Fritz on the street. He's at home watching Jackson today because of how some things developed this morning. And here's how this works, if you don't know. In Fritz on the Street, we all play and we represent one of you. I'm going to represent somebody, Sabrina will represent somebody, and Seelane will maybe represent somebody.
You know, Seelane, I'm really proud of you, okay? I love that he still showed up to work with this sweet baby boy. Does not want to do with Fritz on the street.
Fritz on the street.
You hear him? He sounds just like you.
That was a full-on scream right as we're about to do this. Yeah, this is going to be perfect for us. Right? We could use the points. All right, so here's what we do. We all play for one of you, and if we win, you win, and you get your hands on the elusive Fritz magnet for Game of Magnets. Find all the magnets for Game of Magnets over at thenewsjunkie.com, and I will be representing Chill Bill from Dispatches. He asked earlier for Black History Month, and here I am. Chill Bill, I'll do it for you. You just sound like a nice guy. Who are you representing, Sabrina?
I'll be going with Melissa, who reached out via Instagram at Sabrina Ambra.
All right, Melissa via Instagram. And Christopher Lane has a bottle for Jackson. And does he have somebody that he's representing?
Dr. Ravioli.
Okay, Dr. Ravioli. And Dr. Ravioli is who he will be representing in Fritz on the Street. Let's see if we can get an advantage here. All right, here goes nothing. You ready, Fritz?
You bet your babies.
Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Jackson. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sean.
Hey,
Fritz. Hey,
Hello.
Fritzy.
Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. That number, 866-CALL-MO. In first place with 61 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane and Jackson.
All right.
In second place with 56 points, we have Sabrina Ambra.
Cool.
And in third place with 51 points, we have Sean Wasson. So 61, 56, 51. We've got 8 questions, 4 current events, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point.
All right. Where did you ask these questions?
Thank you for asking, Sean.
Yes.
Normally, I would be at Cavo's Bar and Kitchen, but because we went on a mini moon, I was in
Congratulations.
Amarillo Island. Thank you very much. And I had phoners last night when I got back into town.
I thought for sure you were going to ask the drunk old people on Anna Maria Island.
How was Anna Maria Island? It sounds like a beautiful place.
It was gorgeous. Water was a little too cold, so we just bellied up on the beach and had some champagne, and it was very relaxing. Ate a lot of really, really good food, and saw the sunset Monday night, and it was funny. Everyone was out on the beach. When the sun goes down, everyone goes, yeah, all right.
Oh, just like the Disney cruises.
I like that.
And I got my heels back, too.
Yeah.
Check it out. These devil-made heels.
You hate those things.
Yep. So if you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point.
Fritz, by chance, did you get your shoes back from Sabrina
I
that she
did.
was wearing?
Yeah, I did.
And I Febrezed them because things happened.
They're probably 2 sizes too big for her, but she
Way
won.
too big.
Okay.
Without further ado, we move on to question number 1. Which U.S. state ruled IVF? Sabrina?
Alabama.
Alabama's correct.
Damn it.
Which U.S. state ruled IVFs are now human embryos? Sabrina, you got a point on that one. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Alabama?
These are all phoners. All right. And a particular time of day. Anyone hammered?
Well,
Don't
yes.
know for sure. Oh, yes.
Yes.
I'll go with 7.
7 for Sabrina.
Oh, man.
8 for me.
8 for C-Lane.
I'm going to go with 5.
5 for Sean. Question number 1. With answers of 5, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, who knows their Alabama?
Which U.S. state ruled IVFs are now human embryos?
Alabama.
Oh, man. Is it Alabama?
Alabama.
Alabama. Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama. That would be C-Lane picking up 2 points on that one. Sabrina with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point.
Damn it.
That's the second time we've talked about Alabama. Although the first time was about the band. Question 2 now, moving on. Johnny 5 is the protagonist.
Sean. Short Circuit.
Short Circuit is correct.
Yes!
Johnny 5 is the protagonist in which
Second
movie
question,
franchise? Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Short Circuit? That movie doesn't really hold up now.
No, it doesn't. And I don't know if a lot of younger people know what it is.
You know one of the reasons it doesn't hold up?
Why?
Because the guy who plays number Johnny 5 is the whitest dude ever.
Yeah.
You mean he wasn't actually like Indian or Pakistani?
You remember
Johnny
the movie
5 is
Hackers, the
alive?
villain in Hackers?
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah. Oh, is it really? That guy, yeah. So there's a little bit of an Apu accent in his case. I'm going to say 4.
4.
5 for me.
5 for C-Lane.
I will go with 5 as well.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question 2 with answers of 4 and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
How's there, Johnny 5?
Johnny 5 is the protagonist in which movie franchise?
Short Circuit. I'll say Mad Max.
I have no idea.
Short Circuit. Johnny 5 alive. Short Circuit.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
Short Circuit.
That would be 4. So Sean is hitting a 3-pointer there. And Sabrina and C-Lane with your guesses of 5, each picking up 1 point. Moving on now to question number 3. Which fast food company announced it with Sabrina?
Wendy's.
Wendy's is correct. Cool question. Which fast food company announced it would soon be testing Uber-like price surging, which is the worst idea I've ever heard? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Wendy's?
Ooh, let's go with 7.
7.
Ooh, yeah, that was kind of a bigger-ish story. Weirdly enough, I'm going to say 6.
6 for Sean.
7 for me.
And 7 for Sealand. Question 3, with answers of 6 and 7.
Which fast food company announced it would soon be testing Uber-like price surging?
I want to say Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Good job, Don.
McDonald's.
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 McDonald's. I don't know. McDonald's?
Taco Bell?
That would be 2. So
Damn it, man.
No points
Wow.
awarded.
Not that big of a story.
No.
Yikes.
Not for them, I guess. Question 4 is upcoming. Question 4 is the halfway point, and Fritz on the Street. I'll tell you who is winning so far after question 4, and it goes like this. Who comes after the U.S. Vice President? Sabrina?
Secretary of State.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Sean?
The Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House is correct.
Almost cursed.
Full question. Who comes after the U.S. Vice President in the line of presidential succession? Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the Speaker of the House?
I'm going to say 4 again. 4.
4.
6.
6 for C-Lane.
5.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question 4, with answers of 4, 5, and 6.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their talkers?
Who comes after the U.S. Vice President in the line of presidential succession?
Speaker of the House.
Secretary of State?
Speaker of the House.
The Speaker of the House.
Is that the Secretary of State?
Speaker of the House.
Secretary of State.
Speaker of the House?
That's 5. So Sabrina's picking up 2 points on that one. And
Also feel better about my answer.
Sean and Sealand with a guess of 4 and 6, each picking up 1 point. That means after 4, with 4 remaining in first place with 6 points, Sabrina Ambra / Melissa. In second place with 5 points, Sean Wasson / Chill Bill. And in third place with 4 points, Christopher Lane / Dr. Ravioli.
Yeah. Jackson is saddling him back, holding him down.
No, that delay's holding me down because I definitely screened my name for that Wendy's one.
All right. See, we got a second half
It's
here.
worked
Let's see
out,
what-
Mama Lane. Exactly how we planned.
High five. Question 5. Which cell provider credited you?
Sabrina. AT&T.
AT&T is correct. That hit me hard the day of my wedding. It sucked.
Oh.
Which cell
Bad
provider
timing.
credited users after a widespread service outage last week? Sabrina, you got that right. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said AT&T?
I'm going to go with 8.
8.
Yeah.
8
last time I
C-Line?
said that was a big story. It wasn't a big story with
Very
the
true.
audience. So I'm going to say 6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 5. With answers of 6 and 8.
Which cell provider credited users after a widespread service outage last week?
AT&T.
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 AT&T. Thanks for my $5. Verizon?
AT&T.
That would be 7. So Sabrina and Sealing with a guess of 8, picking up 1 point each.
Wait, what did I
on.
say?
You said 6.
You said 6.
So I get 1 point,
It's a
right?
point too.
Oh, yeah, do it. There you go.
Yeah.
You get 1 point. Moving on now to question 6, 3 remaining. Easy peasy, you know. I just got back from this money moon, mini moon.
Money Moon sounds real good.
Make it
Hakuna
rain.
Matata. Question 6. Which actress has had roles in Lincoln, Steel Magnolias, and Forrest
Sabrina.
Gump? Sabrina.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I can picture with...
C-Lane.
I'm not done yet.
C-Lane. C-Lane.
That would be
C-Lane. C-Lane. C-Lane.
not Julia
C-Lane.
Roberts. Go ahead, give it to Celine.
C-Lane.
Okay. Sealand?
Sally Fields.
Sally Fields is correct.
Thank you
Oh,
so
man,
much.
I never would have got that. Yeah.
Would it be hilarious if I was wrong, though?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just really, really confident about that.
Yep. I'm like, no, it's Juliet.
And also
Pinochet or
Mrs.
whoever.
Doubtfire.
Sealand.
I'm sorry. Did Sally Fields played Forrest Gump's mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't the timeline weird on that? Because is she that much older than Tom Hanks?
Yeah, but it's makeup and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. She was popular in like the early 70s.
Yeah, maybe she is.
Maybe a couple years older. Sealand, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Sally Field? Is it Field or
5.
Fields?
Sally Field?
Field or
Fields?
Fields?
Not sure.
Okay,
5,
so
though.
Sealand, 5.
4.
4 for Sabrina.
Sally Field. It's singular and 5.
5. For Sean. Question 6 with answers of 4 and 5.
Which actress has had roles in Lincoln, Steel Magnolias, and Forrest Gump?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Thank you.
Sally Field.
Sally Fields. Sally Fields.
Sally Field. Sissy Spacek.
I can't remember her name.
Sally Field.
Sally Fields.
Sally Fields.
That would be 7. So no points awarded.
Sorry, Sally.
I love her, by the way. I have a huge crush on her.
Same
still.
here.
She could get it. Question.
Is she the you like me, you really like me lady?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that was pretty embarrassing. Yeah.
Question 7 now with 2 remaining. Question 7. Recently, which company had the first successful commercial? Sean.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's not SpaceX either. It's that other one. IR or something? Irradiation rationality.
That is incorrect.
Full question, please.
Full question. Recently, which company had the first successful commercial soft landing on the moon?
Celine, you up?
It's all you, Sabrina.
Sorry, you said Celine what?
Nope, no, it's you.
That was Sabrina. That was Mission Cool Guys.
That is incorrect.
Yep, Mission Cool Guys. That was it.
All right.
Spacey McMoonshine.
Now that would be NASA. NASA.
Oh,
put 'em up
Jesus
there.
Christ.
Celine, I was reading all about that on.
What? What?
Yeah, the Wikipedia page. NASA developed the rockets, developed the lunar lander, and then
That was a trick question.
Blasted them off to the moon. So yeah, NASA. Celine, you got question 6 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said NASA?
1.
1.
Oh my God, Jackson put up a 1 as you said that.
What?
I'm gonna go with
Usually
3.
it's a middle finger.
3 for Sabrina.
I've heard that's a thing with babies, that they do flip out their middle finger a lot. Just
all the time.
I don't know why, but like in your hand, that the one's growing a little differently. That's cool. Okay, back to it. What was the question again?
Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said NASA?
4.
4 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 1, 3, and 4.
Recently, which company had the first successful commercial soft landing on the moon?
Oh, SpaceX.
SpaceX. SpaceX?
NASA. SpaceX.
NASA? SpaceX?
Space Force.
Space Force is incorrect. That would be NASA with 2. That means Sabrina and Celine with a guess of 1 and 3, each picking up 1 point. We now move on to question number 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first place with 9 points, we have Sabrina Ambra / Melissa. In second place with 7 points, we have Christopher Lane / Dr. Ravioli. And in third place with 6 points, we have Sean Wasson / Chill Bill. It's the last one. It's about a capital. What is the capital of New Mexico?
Sabrina. Mexico City.
That is incorrect.
Right.
Sean. Santa Fe?
That is incorrect.
Oh, my.
Celine.
Oh, good. Now that my mic's back on. Let's see. Albuquerque.
That is correct.
Well done.
Nicely done. Celine, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Albuquerque?
Oh, 5.
5.
6.
6 for Sean.
4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question 8 with answers of 4, 5, and 6.
Ding, 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 ding,
We have a ding. Someone's getting it.
And what is the capital of New Mexico?
Albuquerque.
It's not Albuquerque.
That is correct.
Oh, it is. Okay. Albuquerque.
Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I passed. Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Damn it.
Albuquerque? Santa Fe.
That would be 6. So Sean is picking up 2 points there at the buzzer, and Celine with a guess of 5, picking up 1 point. That means, if my math is correct, yes, in first place we have a tie. 9 points each for Christopher Lane / Dr. Ravioli. Congratulations.
Still good enough for a victory, White Claw.
And Sabrina Ambra / Melissa. Congratulations. In third place with 8 points, 1 point removed, Sean / Chill Bill.
Don't switch those bottles back.
That means in first place and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 70 points, Christopher Lane. In second place with 65 points, Sabrina Ambra. And in third place with 59 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the street.
All right.
Look, we're
thank
twinning.
you,
We're
Fritz.
twinning, guys.
Aw.
Cute.
This is parenting in 2024.
Yep.
Is baby on the couch still doing a radio show, a syndicated radio show, live from home, feeding Jackson in one hand and
It's
getting
impressive.
his celebratory White Claw for his victory in the other. That's a lot of juggling.
What a
going
man.
on. Yeah, that's a lot happening. Fritz, you gonna hang out with us for a bit here?
I would love to.
Yes.
We'd love to have you for every moment we could possibly get you.
Oh,
for.
yeah.
that was sweet.
We were able to enjoy being at your wedding. What a momentous occasion that was.
It was fun.
This weekend.
Really good time.
And the guy was a Trip who was doing all the officiating for your ceremony.
Officiant.
The officiant dude. Did you know that officiant man was going to do that whole ramble on about Lord of the Rings that he got into for a hot second there?
No, but I did tell him to try to sneak in goddamn because we are
Did you?
not. Yeah, we are not religious families at all. And then when he started rambling, he ended it with "God damn it."
Well done.
We're all wondering if that was like planned out or if that was worked in there. I'm like, it's an Easter egg.
It was great.
An Easter egg. And then the wind and everything starts kicking up, and I go, this is
cool.
Like the world is speaking here through this wedding. It was like beautiful.
So were
in
all
that
the
moment.
bridesmaids like what? They weren't the bouquets, like there weren't flowers.
Yeah, it was like a fan.
It was a fan, but it was made of like very light feathers.
Pampas grass, feathers.
And every time the wind blew, all of the groom's party just got it right in their eyes. So we were either crying by their vows or with just little feathers in our eyes. Either way, I was crying.
Beautiful place.
And then the thing that got me was you guys did, and remind me what it's called, the Scottish tradition of binding your left arms together.
Yeah, hand fasting.
Hand fasting.
Yeah.
They did the hand fasting thing.
That's where tying the knot
before
comes
they-
from.
Yeah, but that's where the term tie the knot comes from. And they did it before they read each other their vows, which were very beautiful. But they were reading the vows, and it was so windy, and I was like, man, they don't have an extra hand in case this
Because
goes
you were
awry.
still bound.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very true. I saw C-Lane when that part of the ceremony started, and I knew he wanted to tell everybody that he knew about this. Like when I looked over at C-Lane's face, like, yep, it's the tied up thing. That's where tying the knot comes from. I know the thing. I'm like,
Smart
I could
guy.
see it. I could see it in his eyes over there. He would actually.
Did you notice
everybody.
Sean kneeling
Oh,
throughout your entire
yeah,
ceremony?
yeah. So Fritz, I
took a knee.
I had a
He
hard time
protested
finding
the entire thing.
I had a hard time finding the rose garden, and we were poking into all the other gardens. And as we poke through all the way through the rose garden, we looked up, and there was people going down the aisle already. And I go, and so we sneak in the steps up by where everybody's sitting, and there was one seat next to Sealand and his wife and Sabrina's girlfriend, and that's where Courtney sat down. And then I had to hover. I had to like call in Kaepernick did. I went on like almost one knee down, and I was like, all right, I just got to stay strong. Stayed strong through the ceremony, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We'll talk more about what went down for Fritz's wedding, which was an awesome affair. And we'll talk about there's an area in Palm Springs where people keep having sex in public. There's it's a destination out there for the doggers, if you know who the doggers are. It's a destination for those folks. What's going on? Why is this happening? It's a very, very curious story. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show.
All week on The Jim Colbert Show, you can win tickets to see Tom Segura on March 14th at the Kia Center. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks later today.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a safe and smooth one on the major highways and roads of Orlando, and it does seem that closure is still there eastbound on Colonial Drive, heading towards Christmas. That's at the intersection of Chuliota Road. You're going to want to seek an alternate route, but thankfully no issues reported on the rest of the major highways and roads, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, also north and south of the Turnpike and the Greenway. Our Valvoline instant oil change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant, formerly the Improv, is now the Funny Bone. All the same great talent and awesome live comedy experience with a new name at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Chris Porter March 1st and 2nd.
Now stupid people think that because they watch the news for 6 hours every day, that now they're super smart.
Followed by Guy Torrey March 8th and 9th. Come get funny at the Funny Bone, orlando.funnybone.com.
Bike Week is right around the corner. Make Orlando Harley-Davidson part of your Bike Week plans. Orlando Harley-Davidson has the largest selection of new and pre-owned Harley-Davidson motorcycles in the state of Florida. Stop at Orlando Harley-Davidson during Bike Week March 1st through the 10th. Enjoy food, exclusive merchandise, pinstriping, tattoos, music, a full bar, and so much more. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and Orlando Bike Week details. Stop by the Orlando Harley-Davidson dealership right off I-4 across from the mall at Millennia.
Regulated activities performed by a licensed affiliate.
I had no idea I could sell my life insurance policy.
Norman and Nancy Duggan for Coventry Direct.
We were about to let Norman's policy lapse because premiums have become expensive. Our kids are doing well on their own, so we just don't need it anymore.
Then Nancy called Coventry.
They were so helpful, answering all of our questions.
If you're over 65 and have $100,000 or more of life insurance, you may qualify.
After this past year, we're celebrating life. We've booked some long overdue travel, and we're able to pay for our grandkids' college.
Coventry Direct has helped thousands live the life they want to live. Pay for unplanned medical expenses or supplement retirement income. When it comes to selling your life insurance, Coventry has you covered. Call 1-800-561-2600 or visit CoventryDirect.com to learn more about how you can get cash by selling your life insurance. Call 1-800-561-2600.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Ron Johnson from Utah. After 10 weeks of taking Andro 400, I lost 13 pounds, and my waist went from 36 to 33. That was 8 years ago. I continue to take Andro 400, and I've maintained my weight at 172. Gained muscle and energy. I'm 63 now and feel better than I have in 30 years.
Andro 400, the natural way to increase testosterone, lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great. Try Andro 400, the safe, effective, affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone, and taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Don't believe me, believe the Better Business Bureau. 5 stars for GiveMeTheVin.com. The rest of them are 1 stars. America's best car buyer, GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
History is beautiful, brutal, and often ridiculous. Join me, Ben Bullitt.
And me, Noel Brown, as we dive into some of the strangest stories from across the span of human civilization in Ridiculous History.
Whether we're exploring the accidental invention of hold music,
or how people used to rent pineapples, join us to hear the many ways history can be oh so ridiculous.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you find your favorite podcast.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Helping to spread awareness, or whatever the new buzz term is. We're not actually doing anything. You're listening to the News Junkie.
To get into in just a second, including, I hate to say it, but a dog singing Taylor Swift. I have to bring that to the table here at some point in time. I mean,
okay.
Might as well do it, but
we all agreed, no more Taylor Swift.
I know, there's too much of it, but this one was, I was like, you know what? That's pretty impressive. But real quick, I was thinking the other day, and I was like, I wonder if everybody has sort of around the same opinion on this, or if people vary pretty drastically on what they think is socially okay when it comes to people trying to visit your house like later at night. And I say this because I'm not like the guy with the no solicitors sign on the outside of my house, but I would love to have one. I don't like solicitors. I don't like solicitors at all. And I'm mostly not going to buy your stuff.
I have them in the neighborhood, and they don't work.
Yeah. They don't. They keep coming up to your house, regardless of whether you have the sign or not.
Yeah, we bought a house 2 years ago, and it had that on our front door, and we're like, all right, whatever. And we're still like, please
Still
go
get it.
away.
Right? Yeah, it still happens every single time. And you're like, all right. So half the time I just watch on the camera, and I just ignore it, and then they leave, and they go on their way. Because I don't want to. I hate opening the door, and I hate when they're trying to do the hard sell, and they're like, just wait 1 second, sir. If you could, and I go, if I could open up my brain and you could get in there right now, you would realize there's a 0% chance you're locking this in. Like, it ain't happening right now. I don't want to, and so I usually go, I don't want to waste your time, and I certainly don't want to waste mine. So I want to tell you, best of luck, kick ass out there, good luck in the next house. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But what I don't like is when they start showing up at like odd hours. And to me, I thought this was an odd hour, and I thought something else that they did I hated. A guy comes to do the solicitation thing. I don't even know what he was selling. He had a clipboard in his hand, and it was just the other night. And he rings the doorbell, and he doesn't even just like ring the doorbell. He like double, triple rings the doorbell. You know what I'm saying? Like real quick. He hits the doorbell a bunch of times, and then he goes rap, 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 and knocks on the door as well.
Okay, a little feisty there, big guy.
I'm like, that's a little bit excessive, I think. That's a little bit much that you're doing. We get it. Just the doorbell ring will suffice here. I'll ignore you with that. But he does the doorbell ring, and then he does the knock, and then he stands around for like an awkward amount of time. And it was 8:30 at night. Now, I'm not some oldo who's like, we must be to bed by this time. But like, I think knocking on people's doors, soliciting at 8:30 at night is too late.
Yes, I agree. If the sun's down, you shouldn't be there. You'll freak people out.
Yeah, I think that when it's dark, it's too late. It's generally speaking too late for you to do this. And Courtney and I were trying to figure out a couple of things. We're like, when I was younger, I remember very clearly, if we ever sat down for dinner, which would typically be between 7:30 and like maybe 8 or 8:30, if we as a family were sitting down for dinner, which only happened for a little while until we got a bit older and we just stared at the TV like everybody else.
Hell yeah.
But if we were eating our dinner 7:30 or something and somebody called the phone, my dad would actually just sit at the dining room table and seethe He wouldn't get the phone.
Oh.
Really?
He wouldn't get up and he wouldn't pick it up and hang it
just
up.
have to sit there and listen to it ring
He would
and
just go,
ring and ring.
Yes, for as long as they would hang off for, and he'd go, you know, he'd like make all these sounds and stuff. Like, I can't believe they're calling us at this hour right now. But he wouldn't get up and go, because that would mean that they won in some way, he said. Like, he wouldn't get up and go over and pick up the phone and then hang it up, ending the call.
I remember like vividly having to be taught, like, hey, you know, this time, like after this time, you probably shouldn't just be calling people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like a rude time to call, you know, that people have their privacy, stuff like that. I think like cell phones did away with that, especially the ability to text.
Yeah.
Isn't that so weird, though, that in our lifetimes now we like know what it is? I mean, even a little part of us is like triggered if we see something at that time, but then we have our cell phones that we could press a button and we have no ringer at all whatsoever. And if you wanted to, some people keep like, I'll text somebody and they're like, notifications are silent. I'm like, it's 1:00 in the afternoon. I need to get in touch with you. What the hell, man?
That's a Gen Z thing. That's a young person thing. They silence their notifications. Dylan does that too. And a lot of like younger people do that. And it's like,
you ever hit the notify anyway button?
I do.
Oh, I do all the time. And then it blows up in their face as they deserve.
Why is there a feature that allows me to notify them anyways if they have the notifications?
I've always wondered about that. It's like, also, why is that a feature available to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is it not like, all right, I have a list of people that can break through the notification thing? Like, I have that for when I sleep. I have a list of people who, if they text me, I will get their texts even though I'm sleeping. But if it's like some rando, I don't even think Fritz is on that list. He should be.
Yeah, I should be. I was just about to say, note to self.
Joe on YouTube says, going back to Fritz on the Street, the capital of New Mexico is Santa Fe, 100% not Albuquerque.
No way.
And he says, contributing to the ignorance of America, the news junkie. Sir, we've messed up enough things today.
Yeah.
Don't pile on here. If that was wrong, I didn't pick up on it in time.
And who cares?
Is it?
I care, Fritz. How dare you? I was
Did
supposed
you
to
say
get
Santa
the point.
Fe? Okay.
I know, I think I did, but I'm not sure, actually.
I went to Mexico City, so, I mean,
Yeah,
I'll take
at
the
this
point,
point-
too.
At
I
this
was
point,
on
we're
my
too
mini
far.
moon, all right?
We realized a long time ago that this was going to happen from time to time, and we all came to an agreement that if we don't throw a flag on the field immediately as the point is being calculated, then we lose the point. So that becomes our fault if something gets looked over and we go by.
Or if Fritz wants to go back to the tape, he's more than welcome to.
No, I mean, I was sitting on a beach sipping champagne when I came up with that. No, that's good enough.
We got to talk
I
about
said,
that.
hey, wife, name somewhere in New Mexico.
I go, it shall be the capital.
Albuquerque? All right, that's it. Okay, Fritz, we got to talk about your wedding and the party afterwards.
Yeah.
And some of the good times that unfolded. We are going to get to that, so do not miss out on this. We will, believe it or not, get to a dog singing along with Taylor Swift. Yes.
I'd rather not.
All right, you know what? I'll play 5 seconds of it. And if you change your mind, we'll keep going. And if not, I'll go, all right.
All right.
I'll shift it
Does
off to
the
the
dog
side.
sound really good, or is it a little rough?
And we got this place in Palm Springs where people keep having sex. We're not sure exactly why just yet, but the doggers are in full force.
Hey.
A lot of doggers coming up next. Singing doggers, sexing doggers.
Bark.
A lot of things. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Orlando City SC is moving on in the CONCACAF Champions Cup after cruising past Cavalry last night. Lions will face Mexico's Tigres in the round of 16. UCF's back on the hardwood tonight. They visit Oak State. Knights coming off a win over Texas Tech this past weekend. And Japanese right-hander Yoshinobu Yamamoto will make his Dodgers spring training debut today. It'll be in Arizona against the Rangers. I'm Scott Davidson.
Everything you love about Mercedes, the style, the comfort, the technology, the choice, is now available in electric. The vehicles, all electric. The feeling, all Mercedes. The choice, All yours. Learn more. MBUSA.com/EQ.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman Lind in the Under Oath podcast. You listen to a lot of attorney commercials, normally concerning the qualifications of that firm, that they will fight for you, that they don't get paid unless you get paid. Instead of doing a commercial, I'm just going to give you some free advice. If you get into a car accident, make sure you receive medical treatment from a doctor within 14 days. If not, the insurance companies can hold you responsible for the first $10,000 of your medical treatment. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Are allergies holding you back? Take control with Aspire Allergy and Sinus, your one-stop solution for a breath of fresh air. Our expert team offers comprehensive allergy testing and cutting-edge treatments so you can enjoy life without the hassles of sneezing and sniffles. Say goodbye to allergy and sinus struggles and hello to a healthier, happier you. Go to AspireAllergy.com today to ditch those temporary fixes and schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
McDonald's McCafe Iced Coffee wakes you up like the perfect song. The 100% Arabica beans get your head nodding. Yeah, then the cream drops like a smooth bass line. Add some ice to chill it down and some French vanilla flavor. There you go. Or change it up and go with caramel. Either way, it's a stone cold classic. Start your day with $1.49 McCafe iced coffee, available during breakfast hours only. Music to my ears. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. My day just flows better when I make my first stop McDonald's. I can choose two faves and save big when I bundle a savory sausage McMuffin or flaky sausage biscuit with crispy hash browns for breakfast for $2.79. Or I can make Mickey D's my last stop. Lunch, dinner, a late night snack perhaps, when I bundle a crispy McChicken or juicy McDouble with delicious small fries for only $3.69. Now my day is made the tastiest way when I bundle and save at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like The Vinyl Experience.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Give it all your loving.
Just search Vinyl Experience and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
Get ready for our 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, presented by The Hartford, live at South by Southwest. March 11th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year, and you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
YouTube is the streaming partner of the 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, and will be honoring Rotten Mango with the Innovator Award presented by YouTube. Tune in live Monday, March 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel. You won't want to miss this.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need. Really? Don't ask how. Just tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Real Radio.
Confirming all reports and some of your biggest fears. You're listening to the news junkie, Sean Wasson.
And where down we go, 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 go. Where down we go, go, go.
Well, Fritz, there are no wrong answers. 0 wrong answers possible for this question.
All right.
What was the favorite
Fritz, be
part?
careful, because he set us up for stuff like that before.
No, this is not a rope-a-dope. This is not a trick. There's nothing to this. It's just a question. And I'm just interested to see his answer. What was your absolute, from the start to the finish, what was your favorite part of your wedding? Was there anything that sticks out? You're like, man, this was the moment that made it for me.
The favorite part of the wedding. I liked really just seeing everyone with their big stupid hats, because someone wore a tricorn hat, like
I saw that.
colonial days. One of my friends, Joe, wore a crab hat, like with like dangly crab arms. But mainly just seeing everyone there, because like for a year and I guess 14 months, we've been planning this thing and stressing out to the point where it was like, well, okay, like if this doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. But then, you know, you want it to happen, so you're working harder, you're sleeping 3-4 hours a night, waking up early, trying to get things done. Completely redid the backyard, and then seeing everyone having fun. Because I didn't know that, like 100 people at my house, I didn't know how that was going to fly, but everything seemed fine.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, by the way, completely redoing his backyard for this wedding and taking out his beloved pool.
The damn pool.
Oh, and he had fought so hard. He had a battle against the little frogs.
And they won.
Showing up
He had become pool guy. He was our pool guy.
Yeah, but that was a great deck, man. We danced on that sucker all night long.
Yeah, and it's gonna be cool to have that back there. You know, as like things roll forward. You're like, there's a lot of memories on this place back here
for sure.
And I think for me and a lot of people, the vows were like a really cool moment for everybody. You guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We're having
At the
more
actual
parties.
event itself?
I'm going to have my wedding at Fritz's backyard.
The vows in particular. When we
the
were,
vows.
Yeah.
Don't even. It crushed me. I thought
it was
like,
emotional,
I cry for a lot of things. I mean, I think anyone who's listened to the show for long enough has heard me cry or seen me cry. But I felt like pretty solid the entire time, mostly because my feet were killing me. And then they started the vows. And by the time, like, I think mid-Fritz, but for sure the start of Darcy's, I was like... and I turned, thank God, Nick Spry. I was like, Nick, I know your pocket square is really more of a decorative piece, but I need a snot in it, and he gave it to me. And I gave it right back to him. It was beautiful.
Fritz, how long did you work on that? Like, because you guys both did very, very custom, like very emotional vows toward one another. Did that just come naturally to you, or did you work on it for a long time?
I was thinking about it for about a week leading up to it. And then, you know, trying to get other things done. So allowing myself the week of, and then the day of was when I actually wrote it. And then when I talked to her, she was like, yeah, same. So I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
But it was funny. We were at the Airbnb. A couple groomsmen stayed the night with me. And then that night I was like, all right, well, I got to wake up early, you know, and, write these vows. They all of them go, you haven't written them yet? And then, of course, the heart starts pounding. I'm like, no, I totally have them written. I have to rewrite them.
Completely normal, right?
Yeah. We're talking about version 16, you know,
Right.
the final edition here.
Yeah.
So what about on the flip side? Was there any moment where you're like, this was the worst moment of my whole wedding endeavor?
Probably when we had the deluge and then everyone was rained out. That sucked.
Yes, okay, but it was kind of cool to see how fast did people just start popping into gear and figuring stuff out? They're like, it's pouring down rain. Now we have to call an Audible, and next thing you know, the food is set up in a different location.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, we're making the best of this. Everybody's looking at the radar. They're like, okay, the storm is passing us by. Boom, we're back at it, and then Angel LaBoom is back in the backyard. Like that was it was kind of cool to see everybody like persevere, even though you guys didn't want that curveball to be thrown at you.
Yeah, we had so much food too. Like we had catered food, and then we had cookies show up, and then John and John's brought by I think like 20 pizzas.
Man,
so it was like we were just
and
trying
I took one of those back to my house and drunk ate it.
We were just trying to get we were trying to keep people there as long as possible and have different food options for them so that people could drink heartily. And then what's funny is that my groomsman Nick. Because I've known Darcy since 2011, so
that was
he got
the guy
us,
who saved my tears, by the way.
He got us a really nice bottle, like vintage 2011, like red wine, and he said afterwards, he was like, "That bottle cost me $85." Well, when Will's Flying Bar left at around 9, so it was like last call kind of thing. He comes up, and he goes, "Hey, that mortgage guy Don and I want to keep drinking. Can we get a bottle between the both of us?" I was like, yeah, hold on. So I had the maid of honor grab a bottle. It turned out to be the bottle of wine. And my brother drank the whole goddamn thing like a Coke.
Wow.
Damn it, George!
And then I'm talking to Koala K, and I just see him in my like corner of my eye swaying, and then I realize he's drunk the entire bottle. But I was like, what are you gonna do?
Wow, good intentions, I'm sure.
Good God. Well, it was a really, really fun time.
It was awesome.
It really did. Did you ever look at your phone? Because me and Courtney had a full photo shoot together, and I'm pretty sure that you
On my
took all
phone?
those pictures. Is that or her phone? But
It was on her phone. Yeah,
Okay.
that was on her phone, and they came out great. There's a couple of photos of me and her that did not come out as good because I can only
wait,
withstand.
You just reminded me. I think I walked up on you guys as you were starting that photo shoot.
Well, I can only withstand so much of the exterior forces of the world before I start to I'm like, oh God, I don't look as good as I looked when I first started out this day.
We were dancing on the deck, and I remember going, Courtney, let's dance, and then me calling out to you, Sean, going, "Hey, Sean, look, I'm dancing with Courtney." You were just giving me a look like, "What? All right, okay."
I was enjoying myself, but there was a lot of people on that dance floor, and I said, I don't have the skills to be amongst these folks and be doing it this way. And I hit the pass button on that one, but I did have a blast. You
said, Fritz, that you wanted to keep people there as long as possible, and you succeeded very well, because at some point I called my wife and said, I'm starting my rounds. Like, I'm starting my round of goodbyes. And an hour later, I was still there.
Yeah.
And getting a little bit
Sean
of
just goes up to me as you guys are leaving, you go, "Beautiful." And I go, "All right, beautiful." And we hugged, and you left. I don't know what you were saying.
I thought it was a nice way.
Yeah, it was a good way.
I think it was a great way. I would just say, and I love the one word part of it, and I think I should start doing that more. Just go, "Beautiful." What are you talking about? My outfit, the whole wedding, the day.
All right, hold on.
Oh wait, I don't know if that has curse words in it.
Am I? All right, I was just going to stop it. I nailed it.
We'll show the video.
Can we see the video?
It's up. The video's up. Yeah, take a look. Yeah.
Got caught. Bay caught slipping.
You guys.
Just trying to get a little photo shoot in.
Look at No Hat Sean.
I was almost
looking good.
Almost duck lipping it. And I had hat imprints all around. Oh, it's bad. So, anyways, it was a really beautiful event. Fritz, thanks so much for inviting us. We had a blast.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
And
happy marriage, you.
Yeah.
we have so many more things to get into. We do have to take a quick break, but let me pay off one thing. You want to hear the dog that's singing with Taylor Swift?
Hell yes.
I guess
Yes.
so.
All right, fine. Here we go. Here goes nothing. The dog singing with Taylor Swift. It's called My Tears Ricochet is the name of the Taylor Swift song. It's kind of like, it's kind of the right note, isn't it, right?
There it is.
Wow. What a cutie.
I love their little cheeks.
You could see Line's face.
I think there's a little bit of harm in there, even. That was powerful
Did you say
stuff.
a hard R in there, even?
No. Harmonizing. Did I say harmonin? Yeah, I meant harmonizing. And what was that? Is the baby shout something?
Is
He's
your
been
baby
shouting
howling
something.
too?
Yeah, I'm
I wish
keeping it,
Carl would.
yeah.
Does
He's singing
lady
along.
howl? Hello?
Lady doesn't howl. No.
Oh,
Lady doesn't howl. Yeah.
Carl
Lady,
doesn't either. I try, but I look like an idiot where I'm like, oh, but nothing out of him.
Only when it's like right time to go to bed and she's a little bit bored or something. She's already had her cheese balls for the night. And Lady is just like, she'll go down to the end of the hallway and look out and there'll be nothing out there, nothing to see. But she'll be like, ah, and I'll be like, get out of here. What the hell are you going to do?
Exactly.
Dog never done anything to protect us in this house.
She thought I might be walking in at any moment.
He likes you now, just no cowboy hat.
Yeah, you want her over time there, I think. All right, we got to get to this this sex on the golf course thing in Palm Springs. I've teased it too much. I've teased the sex too much. I will deliver on it. The story when that comes back. Plus, something that they're going to be teaching in New York that some people think is a bad idea. I kind of dig it. My brain works in a different way. We'll see if yours does as well. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a safe and smooth one on the major highways and roads of Orlando, and it does seem that closure is still there eastbound on Colonial Drive, heading towards Christmas. That's at the intersection of Chuliota Road. You're going to want to seek an alternate route, but thankfully no issues reported on the rest of the major highways and roads, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, also north and south of the Turnpike and the Greenway. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Whenever you need us, just reach out and we'll be there with more locations, more experts, and more resources to deliver the healthcare you need to comfort you and make you feel your best. Find a care site near you at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Find your new career. The Florida Jobs Now Job Fair, March 13th at the Orlando Science Center. More info at fljobsnow.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Elevate the look of your home, all while saving money on your utility bills with new windows from Renewal by Andersen. All their windows are custom made, so let's say you want some chic black frames on your windows, but they're not HOA approved. That's not a problem with Renewal by Andersen because every single window is custom built. So that means the outside of your home can be HOA approved and inside can be approved by you, meeting your decor and design needs for your home. And if you have an historic home, Renewal Renewal by Andersen can accommodate you too and are able to match your color and style. Nothing is off the shelf because, again, every single window is custom built. Renewal by Andersen has a great offer to help you get started now through the month of February. Buy 4 windows and or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the 4th window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Ah, winter, with its cold, dry air causing that not-so-nice winter nose feeling. Thankfully, you don't have to wait for warmer weather to clear sinus congestion and send winter nose packing. All you need is Navage Nasal Care. Navage helps soothe the inflamed nasal passages that are often part of colds and infections. It flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your sinuses to give you the soothing moisture you need. Navage also sucks out the other irritants trapped in your nose, viruses, dust, bacteria, and germs too. Winter might feel like it drags on forever, but Navage works quickly, helping you breathe more clearly in just 30 seconds. No decongestants required. Navage is a drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Get Navage today and make winter a little more bearable. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Committing to saving for 4 years of college can be stressful for families. Not to worry. Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. The reality is, most parents don't cover all of their child's college costs. A Florida Prepaid 1-year university plan lets you start small and add a year at a time as your budget allows. With the lowest prices in 10 years, plans now start at just $34 a month and are 100% risk-free, so you can never lose your investment. Plus, any amount you save today means less debt for them tomorrow. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio 104.1.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is the News Junkie.
newsjunkie.com, and Brandon emails. Actually, it says Brandon, but then it says Choo Choo Charlie from Jacksonville. So I'll call you that, Choo Choo Charlie from Jacksonville. It says, on the Billy Joel concert that C-Lane was talking about not too long ago. Hey, gang, too nervous to send a dispatch, but me and my husband went to Tampa last weekend for the Billy Joel and Sting concert C-Lane was talking about. Definitely one of the best so far. Also, for some reason, Shaggy came out and sang for one song with Sting.
Here. That's incredible.
Have a great day. Do they have a song together, Shaggy and Sting? I was not aware of that.
Angel.
I don't remember him being on there, but who knows? Okay, well, thank you for the email. You could be next. All you have to do is send us an email at tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that right up there on the top, and let me pay off some teases before we get to your dispatches.
Hell yeah.
There is a place, Fritz, where a lot of people are hooking up. It's a very public place, and it's a trail near a shuttered Palm Springs golf course.
You had me at shuttered.
A popular hookup destination.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Local police said they're scratching their heads as to figure out why this is happening, but they announced that there was a series of complaints about lewd conduct on the Bud Fuhrer Equestrian Trail.
Oh, yeah. Nip it.
And they said police jargon for public sex is what the lewd conduct actually means. We believe that people are using dating and hookup acts to arrange these meetups. And they said it's fair to presume some participants are frequenting the park for a chance encounter with another willing participant, a practice known in some subcultures as cruising. They put it on the LGBTQ plus subcultures, all the letters there. Oh, no, I'm missing a couple, actually. But they use it as cruising there. I don't know if that's the case. I think that this whole cruising / maybe it's called dogging more in Europe.
Yeah, I think it is.
Now I'm just thinking of that. What was the term from the jury, that show? Parking?
Oh, yeah,
like
like
the Mormon
freeze
soaping?
parking. Yeah. Dry soaking or
Soaking. That's what it was.
We're in that neighborhood. It's somewhere around there. And they said there's been at least 5 complaints. But as I know this whole cruising or dogging thing, and please correct me if you're somebody who knows more. Maybe you're like in that
All
world.
right, I will.
Maybe Fritz knows. What do I know, right? If you know more about this, I've always seen it as you just knew that there was sex going on at these places and people would show up. Now, when I think about a long time ago, I do know that like rest stops and these other places would be spots where it was mostly gay men that would be hooking up. But that was before gay men had outlets to find a lot of other gay men that they wanted to hook up with. Now they got Grindr and all this stuff, and life is different for them. It's easier.
Sometimes they just use eyes.
Sure.
A mile away, even then with their like family and stuff. You just get that look apparently, and then you meet up later on in the night.
Hey, I don't know how any of this works. I just know that they're meeting at this particular place.
I don't either. I've heard from gay friends
that they say they use,
like they know from a mile away who's
there's somebody they can hook up with.
The clown.
I've heard that there will be, and this could be like a total defamation of gay male culture.
All right, let's go. We're due for another lawsuit from the entire gay culture.
I'm sorry ahead of time. And obviously this is just one singular story. But I've heard that there will be dudes who are gay and like, they're up for it. And they might even be at like some play, like maybe they're at Universal or something. All right. And then they go, I'm hanging out with some friends here, but it would be real cool to get laid real quick. And they'll fire up one of the apps and they'll see that somebody else is at the same location and they'll like sneak away and they'll meet up with each other real quick. They've never known each other before. Meet up real quick and then boom, right back to what they were doing with their friends.
Something that I think there's a little bit of envy to when you're single. It's when it comes to gay men, they just get right to it.
Oh, yeah.
And especially with Grindr, it's like you get it done and then you move on. And I've hung out with people where it's like, hey, I'll be right back. Go bang it out.
I got to go grind.
And then they're back to it. No problem.
That's a life right there. It's really quick to the finish line, which I think is good. Sometimes you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally around. You want to get to it.
What are you supposed to say? Like, oh, so what? Tell me about your family. No, it's just like, let's get our animalistic things over with and move on.
Yeah, two guys can get to that real fast. Along with his reputation as a retirement community, Palm Springs has for decades also been a popular destination for LGBT communities. And it's earned a reputation as the, quote, gayest town in America.
Okay.
As half of its residents over 55 identify as gay in Palm Springs. Did not know that, but they said that these folks have been meeting outside this shut down golf course. Get to it, man. Why not? All right, we're going to hear from you. Your dispatches are just a moment away. But there's something that they're working on in New York that I think is interesting. And this is led by the Democrats. So if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, I guess
Some
you like
all
this.
gay too. Grinder
I don't know.
knows.
I don't know what to believe.
Grinder knows.
A Democrat-led bill in New York State would require K to 12 students, so that's pretty much everybody. It's like elementary, middle, and high school.
Yeah.
It would require K to 12 students to learn how the 9/11 attacks, quote, contributed to, quote, xenophobia in the United States of America.
Sure.
All right. So this is Catalina Cruz, Democrat of Elmhurst. She introduced the bill in December. Under the legislation, the state education commissioner would be required to create 9/11 awareness curriculum or instruction for all school districts, with the ability to cater to the instruction to each individual's needs. The curriculums must be, quote, age appropriate and contain various themes, including how the attacks contributed to Islamophobia and xenophobia in politics, domestic and foreign policy, media, and general public attitudes, according to the bill's text. Additionally, students would learn about an increase in hate crimes and discrimination following the attacks. Schools may include the curriculum or instruction required by this section as a component of its social studies or in any other manner they deem appropriate. So basically, it's kind of both sides in it a little bit. They're kind of saying, when we talk about 9/11 in school, let's talk about how afterwards there was a lot of people who were like, let's go get them Muslims, which it's true. Just like I said the thing yesterday that not a lot of people like to say. It's totally true, even though people say it's a conspiracy. It's not. It's totally true that there were there were groups of Muslim Americans in not only New Jersey, where most of the stories come from, but in other places in America that were celebrating the day of the 9/11 attacks. In New Jersey, there's police reports about it, and they were dispersed fairly quickly after it happened. But people will be like, no, it didn't happen. It was only in the Middle East. Yes, it was in the Middle East. It definitely was. It was in places like the Gaza Strip and Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan and in Pakistan and various other places where they were happy to see what they thought was the United States getting knocked down a peg. That's what they saw. There's people who look at things and... like, imagine this. Let me just toss this out there. I don't know if people will be willing to admit this or not. But right now, what would you guys say is like one of the most universally hated countries? I'll throw something out. And you can tell me if you disagree.
You're going with Russia? Oh.
Russia is what I would say. Is one of the most universally hated countries right now.
North Korea hated?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes, but treated differently, I think. Because as of now, they're not like imposing war on a lot of other countries around them. A lot of people hate China. That's just a fact, especially in the Western world and America in particular.
Afghanistan. Do we like Afghanistan?
People do not like Afghanistan because Afghanistan is a place with just insanely different social fabric than the United States of America.
Yeah.
Taliban 2 Electric Boogaloo hasn't been so great as people were hoping. You know, it turns out they still just
but they're running their
women.
social media, Sean.
Turns out they still hate the gays. It turns out they're not like, some new improved group here with some progressive ideologies. They're
what
just
a shocker, too, right? Like, that just, it's like, come on, guys, you promised.
Takes me by surprise.
Yeah.
But the Russia thing, I think, would be probably in the Western world and in the United States, probably the country where everybody was like, all right, we don't like them. If Ukraine, I think this would probably be the best example. If Ukraine launched a counteroffensive against Russia and blew up a whole bunch of bombs in Moscow right now, even if a lot of civilians were injured and killed by this, there would be some percentage of Americans or people from the Western world who were like, hell yeah, Russia deserves that crap. This is what you get for attacking Ukraine. This is what happens, You punch them, and then the bully got punched back. And there would be some people who were happy about that. So I think that happens no matter where you are to a certain target.
Yeah.
So
people call it patriotism. Some people call it jingoism, just like that, like saber rattling.
Right. And a lot of it's incredibly uninformed.
Yep.
It's not very solidified worldviews, et cetera, et cetera. But I think that this is going to rub some people wrong when when we're talking about 9/11, Americans tend to want to talk about 9/11 only from that happened and it was terrible perspective.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even at the time take Bill Maher, who, say what you will about him, he says what's on his mind. And after 9/11, he was saying people were saying that the suicide bombers were cowards, and that is not a cowardly thing. You're being a suicide bomber. It's not the cowardly thing to do is nothingness, right? It's the easiest thing to do. And so I think just inarguably he was correct in saying that. As terrible as suicide bombings are, it's not something you would say there's like a cowardly attack necessarily. And he got run out of the entertainment world for a hot second. Like, they did not like what this guy had to say.
He was fine. He turned out fine, huh?
He turned out fine years later when he finally got his job back, but he was absolutely one of he was one of the first people who was canceled. If we want to talk about canceled like that, he was canceled for saying this stuff. And a lot of people afterwards who were trying to say, like, well, why would, which is a fair question, everybody, okay? Brace yourself, clutch your pearls, get ready for it. It's a fair question to go, why would Osama bin Laden, why would Al-Qaeda, why would these groups, why would they hate Americans so much that they were willing to hijack planes and fly them into the World Trade Center, number one, and number two? And you have to be a real simple-brained fool to say that it's because they hate freedom. And, well, obviously it isn't that. It's more complex than that. They're taught to believe all kinds of different things growing up based on their own localized media and propaganda there. They're taught things based on their religion. There's like a million different things.
Yeah, you see a lot of that domestically as well these days.
Well, yes, almost everybody, it comes up with a certain knowledge base. Like we have, I think American schooling is way different than most other ones. American schooling is probably the most self-critical of any other schooling that you're going to see around the globe. If you're in China, if you're in Japan, as I get it ready, if you're over there in Japan, if you're in Korea, if you're in Russia, you're almost always going to get a very, 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 very glowing portrait of who you are as a contributor to history, and everybody else is going to be seen as the bad guy. In America, that may have been the way once, but much more often now, Americans love to actually hate America. Americans love to hate on everything that we've done. We'll cancel our heroes. We knocked down statues for a real long time.
Yeah, Confederate statues?
No, a lot more than that. Anything from Columbus to all the way down the line, where they said, and founding fathers who weren't attached necessarily to slavery themselves, all of them. Oh. And all, like, Americans do this way more than anybody else. It's just a fact. And white people do it way more than anybody else, because that's what white people are wont to do. Yeah. Especially in America in particular, when it gets that political.
It's apologetic for some of them.
Yeah, it's that shame.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And they go so far that it's like, you're making me cringe with what you're doing here. But if you talk about like 9/11, what led to 9/11, what happened after 9/11, because again, I'll say the uncomfortable thing. I remember being in West Palm Beach and going down Okeechobee Boulevard, and this was on 9/12. I swear to God. There was a little like Quick Mart place, and the dude who worked there was definitely like from Pakistan or something, which had very little to do with the 9/11 attacks, but it didn't matter at the time. It was drunk people at midnight, and they're like, "Hey, come on out, you raghead," and saying whatever else they would want to say at that time, because that flat out happened. Like, it just happened at that time. It's just realistic to say that happened. What do you think, though? Should we not treat this this way? Should we only take something like 9/11 and only talk about this from a very American, victimized perspective and handle it that way? I'd be very interested in your thoughts. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. All right, let's go over to you. Let's work in a couple of dispatches, and here goes nothing. Here is BT. This just says respect, question mark. I don't even know what that means.
Hey guys, Sean, I definitely agree with you about the solicitors thing, but I also extend that to phone calls. I guess I'm old-fashioned, but I'd like to keep phone calls within a banker's hours type situation. I don't call you after 8 o'clock at night. I don't call you close to 8 o'clock at night. I won't call you before 8 o'clock in the morning.
Although, I'll throw in a caveat here, and maybe you guys disagree. I throw in a caveat. If it's somebody that you're like really, really close with,
right?
I think it's fine to call them a little bit later than you would call anybody else.
And also, like, I like to keep it within the 2 to 5 minute range. Like, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Is that right? Okay, then I will correct it. Have a good night. Click.
Right.
Not like, yeah. So I was shopping the other day, right? Like, no, not the time for that.
So I get the shopping cart and I start walking.
Would you believe?
Riddle me this, though. So you now in the texting age of it, and we have all lived in the time of letters and emails. It's like, is there now any sort of leeway with how quickly you answer a text message before it's like, you're ignoring me, you're ghosting me, blah, 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 versus like, yeah, can't get to your phone right now to answer this text in a certain way.
That's a tough
I think
one.
the answer to that is very situational and very fluid.
Yeah, because I know that Sabrina goes to bed at 9 p.m. every day, so I can't text her at 9:10.
But I answer you first thing 6 o'clock in the morning.
4 a.m. Yeah,
sometimes. Yeah,
you do get up early. Yeah,
but I get in trouble. I've gotten in trouble for not answering text messages before in time, and it's
like, give me an example. How's that gone down?
Well, just in the sense of like, especially when it comes to. I don't know. I think something that needs a lot more thought to it, and I either answer immediately and don't have the proper words for it, or it's like, can I sit on this for a second?
I think that's fine, by the way.
Yeah,
I think it's fine to do. You'd be amazed though on the other sense of it, and I get it. It's just like, and now in my age, I'm realizing like I hate text messaging.
Right.
I hate it.
You like it better than being on a phone call, though, don't
I'd
you?
rather do a quick phone call and knock it out than I am like texting. And
really, I don't know. Sometimes, like you said, if you want to think about it.
Yeah, but like I have so much unread and pinned because I have to get to it eventually. And maybe it has a lot to do with just me as a person, but it's like I kind of envy back in the day where it's like, I received this letter and now I've got 4 days to respond without anyone getting mad at me.
If there's anybody who's asking like serious questions, if you're in a fight or anything, I think like waiting and taking some time and responding is plenty fine. I think that's a totally normal
you have
response.
to give them a heads up.
They could take it the wrong way. But, like, I understand that what your point is. I think that sometimes you don't want to react in the heat of the moment. You want to think about it a little bit. You want to simmer on it. And I'm fine with that.
I've gotten the heads up where they're like, I mean, usually this is in the heat of a fight or something. They're like, I am not ignoring you, but I am not in a mindset to answer you without letting my emotions, do most of the typing. So
I can think of a great example of this. When we were announcing on the show that C-Lane's baby had been born, and C-Lane went incommunicado for like 24 hours before finally giving us a response on
that. Was all ThinkPad's fault.
Yes.
Go back to that.
Well, I don't know. C-Lane passes around the blame a little more, I think, probably.
You weren't here when we addressed this, Sabrina, because you were still in Ireland. But I compared it to on Reddit when they have the "Am I the asshole?" thread. This is an ETA. Everyone's the asshole. ThinkPad, asshole. You guys, assholes. Fritz, you're perfect.
We're just trying to do a show over here.
Great
and
radio,
recognize Jackson.
Great radio.
It was something. A couple of comments from chat, everybody chiming in. Amanda says on YouTube, how about the fact that our CIA has meddled in every other country, causing great upheaval, causing hatred to America? Sure. And that's also purposely inflamed locally by officials and also reciprocated in terms of how other countries do things. Like, look at the last election. If you don't think that other countries, China, Russia, and like anybody who had a vested interest wasn't trying to get us fired up, online especially, that definitely was happening.
Yeah. Not only that, but like even companies, like Fortune 500 companies have vested
interest.
No, they've concocted coups in other Central American, South American countries before.
Oh, yeah, like the Dole Corporation?
Yeah, I wasn't going to name them because I don't know about advertisers, but sure.
Thanks, Dole. This is brought to you by Dole.
Number one, we ain't getting that sweet Dole money just
Love
yet.
your fruit cups.
And number two, you want me to pose with a banana tomorrow? Write the check. I'm fine. I'll get over it. Bygones be bygones. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll join in with you and everything you have to say and your dispatches, of course. Plus, the worst website on the internet starting to come to the surface. What is it? You probably never heard of this one, but it's coming up. Excuse me.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ, Sean.
Apologies. I was trying so hard to get to the commercial.
Brought to you by Dole.
It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a safe and smooth one on the major highways and roads of Orlando, and it does seem that closure is still there eastbound on Colonial Drive, heading towards Christmas. That's at the intersection of Chuliota Road. You're going to want to seek an alternate route, but thankfully no issues reported on the rest of the major highways and roads, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, also north and south of the Turnpike and the Greenway. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
$5 finger-licking deals are back at your local KFC. Choose from 3 delicious options. A 2-piece meal with a drum, thigh and buttery biscuit side, an 8-piece chicken nuggets, or 2 chicken little sandwiches. Only available at select participating locations, not online. Tax extra, it's finger-licking good.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. Big congratulations to last week's winner, Lindley. Now the first person to answer this question correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your question. What were the first hockey pucks made out of? What were the first hockey pucks made out of? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina at realradio.fm. And the first person to get the question correct, you win a $25 gift card. If you don't win today's riddle, well, you got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted best downtown Orlando restaurant 3 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations, go to maxinesonshine.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns March 7th through the 10th. Follow your favorite PGA Tour pros as they go for glory. Score a high five at the White Claw Fan Deck. Get groovy at Throwback Thursday, presented by Corksicle. Or embrace your inner foodie at Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Kendall Jackson. For a premium experience, try Orange Grove, complete with all-inclusive food and bar service, including access to the storied Bay Hill Clubhouse. Visit ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our windows blend energy performance with hurricane protection. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Buy more, save more. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
Get to Twin Peaks for Wing Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we have 6 boneless wings, fries, and a soda for just $10. Prefer a signature draft beer? It's only $2 more. That's every Wednesday at Twin Peaks.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Big Florida Repossessed Car Fair is finally in Orlando, now until March 4th. Orlando Luxury Motors has more than 150 cars, SUVs, and trucks, and you'll save 20, 30, to 50% off MSRP. Good, new, or bad credit, all credits are welcome. You are 100% approved. Your first payment will be up to 60 days with 0 down payment. You just pay the taxes. We will have music, food, drinks, and games for the kids. Take advantage of this opportunity and save big at Orlando Luxury Motors, 5300 South Orange Blossom Trail, right by the Florida Mall, or call 407-233-3201.
The hit true crime podcast Paper Ghosts is back with a haunting mystery in the shadows of the Ozarks. Season 4 unravels a darkly intriguing cold case from 1989 as a community continues to search for answers about a missing girl, various suspects, and a potential connection to BTK.
It's gone from, okay, we don't think something's quite right, to there's some worry going on now because now we've found some of her clothing.
Listen to Paper Ghosts on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like The Vinyl Experience. Music legends experienced through the authentic sound of vinyl. The Rolling Stones, Tom Petty, Pink Floyd, The Police, and so many more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Vinyl Experience, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is the News Junkie.
I just saw there's somebody at the front door and they have like 20 boxes dropping off
20 boxes
at the front door.
Is this a surprise or you ordered 20 boxes worth of
No, this is, but I think it's the Stanley Killers for the VIP bags for Just Okay. I think they've arrived. It got poor guys out there, and I'm like, oh, all right, is this all of them? And he's like, no, there's more. I'm
Sorry.
like, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to, but those have arrived. Haven't gotten to look at them yet, but there's tons of boxes outside right now.
You know, I at least like they're big boxes though, right? So
yeah,
anyone who's carrying those, they get an idea that there's going to be a large amount of things. What I feel the worst for is any delivery driver with those magnets. because you get a box that's maybe the size of a football.
Yeah,
And
I would say more like it's like a VCR would be in it, or like
Yeah.
a DVD player. It's not that big,
But it weighs like 70 pounds.
Yeah.
It blows your mind.
You grab it and you're like, oh,
And you
my
walk by some
God.
sort of metal object and you're just getting sucked next to it.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But these, hopefully they came out great. I'll look at them when I get a chance. And those are going to be in the VIP bags for Just Okay. And Just Okay 8 is not far away. We got not that much time before
17
March
days?
16th. Yeah, 17 days away from right now is Just Okay at Plaza Live. Get your tickets now. Really, really, now is the opportunity to grab them. So go over to realradio.fm/justokay. Invisible Mo is suggesting that you should head over there right now. And if you're watching the video.
Hey, Mo.
And he wants you to
Little
go get them
typo.
right now over at realradio.fm/justokay. And in these final 2 weeks plus, you're going to hear a lot more about what's going down. It's an exciting, exciting time. So make sure you're there. Make sure you don't miss out on the show.
I got to have the moment with boss man Bradshaw, and he's working on, some promo stuff. I'm like, oh, you can add the baby sloth. And he's like, what's that? And I go, Jack, an actual baby sloth will be there. Thank
That's
you.
right. That's cute.
See you later.
You want to get a photo with a baby sloth? Bam! You could do it at Just Okay. That's the kind of weird stuff that goes on. And you didn't think you were going to be able to do that, but there it is, a baby sloth. And it's going to be a blast. So Fritz is getting all geared up for
excited.
The big performance.
By the way, thank you for working within my wedding deadline for that, because I can remember like calling you, Sean, and saying, hey, look, here's the thing. Like,
Yeah, we had a full date change.
yeah,
for you
I'm going to
guys.
be married late February, and then, I still want to be a part of the show. Can you work with me? And you guys did, so thank you. Now
Oh my
we're
God.
back on 100%, and I'm ready.
And we've been practicing like we were going to do in December, so
Yep.
we are ready, bro.
Right now, could you imagine if we had to have this done already? Like, it would have been mid-February. Oh, my God. No.
Oh, it would have been already done, I think.
Yeah, but it would have been a nightmare. Sealand's always so cool about everything.
Yeah,
no
so chill.
big whoop. It's fine. There's no urgency here. Oh, God.
I'm excited.
Listen, I have to be chill. I've already been thrown up on during this radio show.
Oh, have you?
Oh,
Jackson
you
got you?
did it on the camera?
And it didn't change his shirt, I guess.
Oh, so yeah, that's the thing. So obviously, if you haven't tuned in yet, the reason I'm at home is because my mom was running a fever, so I didn't want to bring the baby over there. But so she's been watching him, and usually when I pick him up, he's in different clothes than I dropped him off at. Rarely is it the other way around. Like. And so it's usually because he spits up all the time. It's just all over himself. And she was telling me that she's like, I have to change my clothes a lot too. And I go, oh, you haven't just given in.
You just deal with it? Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't just decided, like me and Ashley a long time ago, we were like, oh, there's a little bit of spit up on there. Let's wipe.
That's
and
what Tide pens are
move
for.
on.
Yeah, good to go. Is he sleeping now? Jackson back asleep?
Yeah, he's in his crib.
Baby
Nice.
angel.
All right, well, we've got to take a break and wrap things up here in just a bit. Fritz, how was the, you're not calling it a honeymoon necessarily. What'd you call it? Mini moon. Mini moon. How was the mini moon? Was it a blast out there?
Yeah, it was great. I was just telling Sabrina, we went to the Sandbar for dinner Monday night. That's where we saw the sun, like descending, sunset and everyone cheersing.
I thought you
And
meant Jesus for a second.
This lady came up to us and goes, you guys are just the cutest couple. And then she took photos of us. And then when we were waiting
Did you
for
say, we're
our...
brother and sister? What do you mean?
Then we just started making out. And then when we were waiting for our table, because she was wearing all white, this lady comes up and goes, are you the bride? And of course, Darcy's like, yeah, I am. It was just really cute. Showing off the ring and everything. It was a lot of fun.
I've got to get out there. It seems like a really nice spot. Like
What
really
was oh my God, Amarillo Island is breathtaking, beautiful. And then the entire time, if there was ever any silence, she would just go, I'm so glad the wedding's over. I'm like, yep. we can go
You
back
guys
to
put in a lot of work.
recording Florida slang music. We can, work on Just Okay. We can rearrange the house. We can just get back to normal.
Yeah.
It's a very good feeling to not have to go through all that stuff over and over. Did you have like a wedding binder that you were just going like page by page?
Yeah, we had
checking off things.
It was like a Google Doc, so it was always changing. It was like, well, I added that yesterday. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me see. It's like you got to pull it up.
Must feel good.
And put it back.
Must feel
Put
good.
it back. Oh, it's great. Yeah. I'm glad to be married, and she just got back from the courthouse, so paperwork's done. Official.
All right, I've got this worst place on the internet story all lined up with our final dispatches, our stories that did make the cut, and today I learned, of course, to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends.
I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Wednesday forecast. And today is going to be another spectacular day. If you have outdoor plans, it's going to be picture perfect. If you don't have any, go ahead and make some. Afternoon highs will make it into the mid 80s, 84 degrees for our high in Orlando. Plenty of sunshine, too. Enjoy the dry time and sunshine while it's here. Rain chances will be on the rise just in time for the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then, Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, tells us about the advantages the speed of audio production affords their growing tech company.
At Moderna, we have a mindset saying that we pivot fearlessly. And I think with audio, you can pivot fearlessly. You can go where the news is and bringing in content that perhaps you didn't have a few weeks earlier. It's less 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance when you do a TVC. You're able to create really nimble content, which I think in this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Regulated activities performed by a licensed affiliate.
I had no idea I could sell my life insurance policy.
Norman and Nancy Duggan for Coventry Direct.
We were about to let Norman's policy lapse because premiums have become expensive. Our kids are doing well on their own, so we just don't need it anymore.
Then Nancy called Coventry.
They were so helpful, answering all of our questions.
If you're over 65 and have $100,000 or more of life insurance, you may qualify.
After this past year, we're celebrating life. We've booked some long overdue travel, and we're able to pay for our grandkids' college.
Coventry Direct has helped thousands live the life they want to live. Pay for unplanned medical expenses or supplement retirement income. When it comes to selling your life insurance, Coventry has you covered. Call 1-800-561-2600 or visit CoventryDirect.com to learn more about how you can get cash by selling your life insurance. Call 1-800-561-2600.
The hit true crime podcast Paper Ghosts is back with a haunting mystery in the shadows of the Ozarks. Season 4 unravels a darkly intriguing cold case from 1989 as a community continues to search for answers about a missing girl, various suspects, and a potential connection to BTK.
It's gone from, okay, we don't think something's quite right, to there's some worry going on now because now we've found some of her clothing.
Listen to Paper Ghosts on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Orlando? We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Orlando for free. That's right. We'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. Orlando's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Discover the simple steps developed by Joe Arias, one of real estate's greatest rags to riches stories. You'll learn to flip properties and secure rental properties without using your own money and in your spare time. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in Orlando and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
Bike Week is right around the corner. Make Orlando Harley-Davidson part of your Bike Week plans. Orlando Harley-Davidson has the largest selection of new and pre-owned Harley-Davidson motorcycles in the state of Florida. Stop at Orlando Harley-Davidson during Bike Week March 1st through the 10th. Enjoy food, exclusive merchandise, pinstriping, tattoos, music, a full bar, and so much more. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and Orlando Bike Week details. Stop by the Orlando Harley-Davidson dealership right off I-4 across from the mall at Millennia.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, post-nasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
$5 finger-licking deals are back at your local KFC. Choose from 3 delicious options. A 2-piece meal with a drum, thigh and buttery biscuit side, an 8-piece chicken nuggets, or 2 chicken little sandwiches. Only available at select participating locations, not online. Tax extra, it's finger-licking good.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the News Junkie.
Final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Fritz, always a blast to hang out with you. We love you and we're so happy for you.
Good to be back. And thank you guys again sincerely for coming to the wedding and having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what an event.
Anytime. Would go to your wedding again.
10 of 10. Would smash.
Yeah. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 rating for sure. All right, before we get into these final dispatches, a couple of things. And also, I got the worst place on the internet. But bam! The Stanley Killers are in. And
look at her.
Some say they could keep ice colder than the Arctic waters.
Wow.
Some say they could keep beverages hotter than hot magma.
Than hell.
Magma.
Some say it could be warmer in here than hell or colder than Siberia. It could keep your beverages cold for months. It's almost annoying how long it works for.
You could
the
put
Stanley
your
Killer.
legal weed in there, too.
You could, I guess. I don't know. It'd be a strange thing. It's a weird container for that, but it is a glorious, glorious, glorious concoction.
I could put this beverage in there, and it would stay cold, and then nobody would know.
What are you sipping
that
on now, C-Lane?
Oh, this is my got through the show Victory Bloody.
So you got a Victory White Claw, and now I got through the show Victory Bloody.
Well, the Victory White Claw was for Fritz on the street, but this is the show Bloody.
Oh well, this is something, man. It really came out beautifully. Those of you who got VIP, this is a winner right here for you. I think you're
It
going
looks
to love
good.
it. So,
is it heavy? It looks heavy.
It's made well. It's well made and feels like
could you
it's
defend
significant.
yourself if someone came up to you?
Oh, God. Yeah. You, just a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, we missed Sean hitting himself with the damn water bottle.
Okay, you got to do it again. We
No,
missed it.
I whacked myself too hard there. I'm not doing that again. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Let's get to the story about the worst place on the internet. And it seems like a pretty innocuous spot. But there's a website that's starting to get some attention. It's not 4chan, no friends. It's
newsjunkie.com.
It's not the newsjunkie.com.
And it's not realradio.fm/justokay. Get your tickets now, March 16th.
Certainly. No, definitely not that, right? And it's not Kiwi Farms or any of these other like underbelly spots on the internet. It's a place called Cattle Life. And I've been on this website multiple times.
Yeah, you little snitch.
No, it is like, this place is so weird. I told you about that YouTube channel that Courtney and I watched. It's like the corniest of corny YouTube channels.
Miss
like,
Rachel.
No, it's like less controversial than Miss Rachel, if that even makes sense. There's zero controversy you could derive from this YouTube channel. And if you go online on Tattle Life, there's all these people that are stalking them, that hate them, that have all these horrific things to say about them. If you're a YouTube creator and you have any sizable audience, you probably have heard of Tattle Life because it's full of like, I think it's a lot of people in the UK, but it's full of a ton of people with these, I don't know, really bad relationships with the creators that they follow.
Okay. But they still follow them. Interesting.
They follow them. They're super interested in them, but it's a poisonous, vile connection that they've made. And if you see that Tattle Life out there, it is really, really, truly a dark, dark corner of the
Count
web.
me in. Signed up.
Go check it out. If you're a fan of any YouTube channels, I guarantee you there's a thread on what's her name? What the lady you just brought up?
Miss Rachel? No.
Miss Rachel. Yeah, guarantee you Miss Rachel has a thread, and they'll talk about terrible things about her.
Gal.
All right, let's do one last dispatch before we clean the floor and get the hell out of here. Here is Lisa G. She says, congrats, Fritzy.
Sean, Sabrina, C-Lane, Fritzy. Happy Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here come the doggos. Fritz, I just want to say congrats on the marriage and the wedding nuptials. C-Lane, love Jackson being on a show. Let's get that boy some baby headphones and get him on the payroll.
True.
All right, guys. Hope you have a wonderful rest of
pink
your
noise in them
Wednesday
so we
with
can't hear
Little
nothing.
Pop, pop.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Lisa G. That was nice of
Yeah,
her.
Jackson is now a public figure. I'm going to create a Twitter page for him.
Same.
Put him on Tattle Life.
I just bought a JacksonCLanesKid.com. So.
Oh, wow.
Jackson C. Lane's
It redirects to realradio.fm/justokay. Get your tickets March 16th. Plaza
That
Live.
works. Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
When
Here
does
goes
Jackson
nothing.
get milkshake ducked? Is that that's the question?
Well, he's
It's
already
your
flicking
job,
people
bud.
off.
Yeah.
If he's got that middle finger going already, he's on the way there, I think.
What a man.
Let's get out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. Today I Learned is brought to you by me. It's just brought to you by
Thanks,
Jackson.
Sean.
It's brought to you by
Thanks,
Jackson. Yeah, he did it today.
Thanks, buddy.
Puked on Sealand's shirt.
Have a good
earlier.
sleep.
All right, here goes nothing. Today I learned this woman right here.
Britney Spears.
That's right. 2003 Britney Spears song "Toxic"
Great
was written
song.
about a mild-mannered Irish veterinarian by the name of Noel Fitzpatrick. Britney and Noel never dated, though, as it was songwriter Kathy Dennis who he had the liaison with. The Daily Mail reports the two first met when Dennis bought her a Labrador in for a checkup. He didn't buy it for her personally.
Oh, got it.
And they said the TV personality became the inspiration for the pop song after his relationship with this songwriter Kathy Dennis, and bam, Britney made him famous, kinda.
Yeah.
Today I learn all people have hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids, also known as piles
Prove
in the
it.
UK. I can't necessarily, but it says that here scientifically. They're vascular structures in the anal canal, in case you were wondering. Symptoms frequently get better after a few days, but a skin tag may remain at the healing of an external hemorrhoid.
Okay.
Which is something. Today I learn this series.
Wish you'd skipped that one, actually.
No, I already did it.
James Bond.
James Bond is correct. Everybody jumping on board. The role of the Bond villain, Max Zorin. It is a great one, Fritz. In 1985's A View to a Kill was offered to both Sting. We brought him up earlier in the show, but this Bond villain was brought up to Sting. He said no. David Bowie said no. Christopher Walken said yes. I will do that role.
I will do James Bond.
Today, learned two men had their arms torn off at the shoulder during a game of tug of war in 1997. There's actually videos or photos of this online. You can see how they
I will
ripped
never
off their
play
arms.
that game ever.
Tough. Today, learned this guy right here. Tough game to play.
James.
Neil Diamond.
That's right. Neil Diamond is correct. While filming The Jazz Singer in 1980, Neil Diamond, who was new to acting at the time, was having trouble playing a scene where his character was supposed to be angry.
A little bit.
So he asked his band to play a Barry Manilow song to make him angry for real. And that did it and got him fired up.
It's Barry?
I guess so. Neil Diamond didn't seem like that kind of guy to me, but here we are. I love you, Fritz. We'll see you next time, friend. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.